Hello, good day. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast with me today. It's a beautiful Saturday morning and I am enjoying some outdoor experience. Let's see how. I wish I could give a view of what the beautiful city of Lagos looks like. Yes, the beautiful city of Lagos looks like. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family across the globe. How you doing? Welcome to the weekend. The weekend is upon us, and I hope you're as excited as I am about the weekend. All right, thank you for being on here. Welcome to our newspaper review. It's another day. Okay, to the people of Imo State and Anambra State, how are you people doing? Have you checked up on your loved ones? That seems to be where we have the recent attack, very recent attack or mishap in the country. So do well to reach out to everybody around that environment that be sure that everyone is doing just fine. Hi Osagbofo, how you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Good day to you and welcome to the broadcast. Mommy Diaspora, mommy of all mommies, dearest, sweetest mama love. Happy weekend to you. It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being on here. All right. Let's see who else we have. Osage Daddy. Osage Daddy, good morning to you, sir. How you doing? I hope it's a good day going for you. Cheers to the weekend, everybody. Cheers to the weekend. Thank you all for being on here. Thank you very much. All right, we'll be moving to the business of the day. But before we do so, I hope you've taken our time to like this broadcast. If you haven't, we're just starting, so let's pick up. Let's pick up. Do well to share this link, invite someone, let them know that we are on, we are live, and we will be touching on what is happening in the country. Yeah, we'll be touching on what's happening in the country. So do well, good morning to you, Gabriel. Do well to join this broadcast. Do well to anticipate. Do well to share. Do well to invite someone. Do well. Let's keep going. Let's talk about this. Let us reason together. Let us reason together. Let's take our time to do this together. Thank you, my people, for being on here. Thank you. Please say something to me. Good morning. How you doing? Anything? Say something to me. Say something to me. Say something to me. All right. Or should I prepare or tension you people with our African delicacy breakfast? No, let me not tell you what I'm having this morning. Let me help you not to salivate, but it is one correct African meal. Forget the time of the day. I am having it as early as possible. All right, let's go on into the business of the day. Let's see what paper we have on here. Our first paper for today is going to be the Tribune. And on the Tribune, we have how Lagos-Ibadan. Okay, how Lagos-Ibadan expressway gridlock led to death of female banker and others. Yeah, we will lose Nigeria unless we come together and reform it. And this is by Sheikh Khalid, is the sacked chief imam of Apple Legislative Quarters, Jumat Mosque. And just beneath the nameplate, we have here Atiku attacks Tinubu APC over call to snatch power. Says they are enemies of democracy, marked as progressives. PDP leaders lack mental capacity to evaluate Tinubu, says APC. 4Qs persist in Abuja despite SSS ultimatum. Makinde, Wike, Sanwo-Olu bag Ajayi Crowther University's honorary doctorate degrees. Bandits killed 90-year-old, two others in night raid in Gombe. My wife walked out of our marriage, now drives car. Our lover bought for her. Akishi upgraded. All right, let's move on. 2023 Chief of Army Staff asks officers to deal decisively with criminals. I don't know why that really pricks. Why that really pricks me, but let's see what story we have on here. We've covered as much. Let's see what story we have on here. Do we want to know the story of the woman that walked off of her marriage and she's living a better and a larger life? Okay, let's see what story we have here. Okay, Sheikh Khalid. Well, it's stating the obvious. As I say, there's a lot of insecurity on the land, in the land. And how we don't say nothing about this, how we just let it go, or how we even drag the president into this. It really baffles me. How do we have a state and we cannot protect our state? Let's leave our governors. Let's leave the president. this is happening, everybody goes back to their place to correct, see, join forces with the people on ground to work together. Because how person go enter another person community, person village, and you are just, causing mayhem, bombing the whole place, setting everywhere on fire, shooting people, and the youth are doing what? What are the youth and the men doing? I mean, growing up, I used to read these storybooks, and you will see how the men are all out there defending people. What are they doing? That's mostly what we have in the papers, and I think we should just go straight and talk about all this. We should. To my panelists, thank you for being on here. Okay, to my panelists, thank you. All right, let's see what other story that we are here to take. So, on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway, this banker is said to leave her house as early as 4 a.m. and she returns as late as 10 p.m. Right? Why she does this? They said the stress that this has caused to not just other people that are working, doing the corporate, the white collar job, they're suffering from this, and stress is killing people a lot. They just slum, they're just dying from the stress that they have to go through every day in a bid to make, an ends meet. And this Lagos Ibadan, I don't know how, what the government just puts policies in place that will just give stress. Right? They're not just want to make we live soft life. It's true. Can't we just enjoy soft life in this country? And we think that stress does not kill people. How somebody leaves their house 4 a.m. Hey, 4 a.m. and they are back 10 p.m. And this 10 p.m., do you know when they would have left the office? Sometimes this 4 a.m., their resumption is like 8 o'clock and they have a 30 minutes grace, but you still have to leave your house because you are staying in Lagos, Abi, because you are staying in Nigeria. Well, I will not say because you are staying in Nigeria, because people that are staying in Abuja, they have it better. And other places like the north, you can live and you made. But over here, we need serious brains to help curb the traffic that is going on. We'll move on to another paper, please. Just joining us. Welcome to the broadcast. It's good to have you. This is Ima on here. This is our newspaper review. Welcome to Niger Watch. All right, please take out time to like this broadcast. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, take out time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also do well to support us. Yes, please take out time to support us. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see what the Sun has for us. Says 2023, save us from attacks. PDP begs Buhari, party knocks Tinubu over grab it and run comment. Who has heard that comment? I'll be bringing it up on here today. Everybody's talking about the grab it and run comment by Tinubu. All right, let's see. This says Oshun Bishop to Adeleke. Fulfill your promise on salary pension arrears. Political parties fret over CBN's cash policy. Mount pressure on NAS to halt exercise. APC PDP clash over military's claim on plans to compromise posts. That came out really bad and distasteful. I don't know how the military wants to defend themselves, but you can't, make Nigerians ache over the fact that military is coming out to say they are being compromised. Who is compromising you? They come out and tell us. Let us all deal with the person together. Samuel Wike Makinde bag doctorate degree. And here, Kanu Southeast governors leaders under fire. They say that they've abandoned Kanu. But down here says that plans. Ohaneze is saying that plans to get Kanu released is underway. It is discreetly underway. So I hope this message gets to them, and the chaos or the chaos happening right now in Imo State is being linked to the IPOB. The chaos happening right now is being linked to the IPOB, and we'll take more stories on that coming just to clear this. And so this message is supposed to be for the IPOB, IPOB people. This is underway. If the unrest is anything, if it has anything to do with the IPOB, and is saying that no, they have not abandoned, they've not neglected, they've not forsaken Nnamdi Kanu, that it is discreetly underway. Okay, so I hope that is something that we can work with, and I hope that peace and normalcy will be restored in our state. It's a whole lot already that we are dealing with. And the PDP are begging Buhari that APC owned states where APC have power control, that they are attacking them and that yes, they're attacking them, and the violence and all that is what they're, and they're asking that the president steps in and talks to everybody, that every governor should avail, give people materials, according to Wiki, logistic support when they come to campaign in state. But IGP has said this already. So I don't understand how you have things here in the paper and they are doing something else. Like sometime last week, if you remember, IPOB released saying that they are not going to cause chaos, that the 5 day sit at home, that people can go out and get their PVC, that they've not put any 5 day sit at home. So coming to see that days later, people who came out of their houses to do other things, and this is happening at this point, we're asking, what is really, really going on in the southeast? Yeah, what's going on in the southeast? Okay, let's take one more paper before we move on to submission. Our next paper is going to be the Punch. On here we have Punch reporters win Wale Soyinka African Awards. Congratulations. The band out of detention, ICPC says probe ongoing. More varsities, more tuition fee hike. Nance summons emergency meeting. DSS ultimatum for distribution still problematic, says marketers. We must pay directly to NNPC or shut down Ipman. Ex-depot price is 246 naira per litre outside Lagos. Here we have our paternity test help me recover stolen daughter 20 years after. That's by Anambra woman. I was denied right to become Emma over disability, and that's by a lawyer. 18 months after, synagogue members keep TB Joshua's memory alive. And here we have why governors don't sign death sentence certificates, and that's from Bala Muhammad. So the band is out, and well, the band has released a statement saying that he has no business with fraud. He only has a business with chopping life, that he has availed himself and he's working with ICPC to uncover, and he trusts their job. Should I continue or I should forget that story? Okay, anyway, he's saying that he trusts their judgment to carry out investigation to the letter, and the full wrath of the law, will be carried out on. That's what he says, Sha. So the band has been cleared, and well, probing is still going. Not cleared, no, not cleared. I take that back. Probing is still ongoing, but he has been released. Yeah, he has been released. All right, let's see what other story we have here to take. So there is a lawyer on here who is on, according to the write-up says, I was denied right to become Emma over disability, and he gave his recounts on growing up. He wasn't born disabled, but he had polio. Yeah, he had polio, and it wasn't well taken care of, treated, and that led to disability. And he said he has received lots of stigmatization from secondary school to university, and that his father is even a monarch, a titled man, and he's the first son. As he should be, he's supposed to take over his father, but because of his disability, they say people with disability does not become Emma. It's going to be a stigma, it's a curse, and all of that. And he was denied that, but he has moved on with his life to attain greater heights, and he's also calling for destigmatization. For them to stop this stigmatization of disabled people, make it look like they are not fit to do things that other people can do because they are disabled. Yeah, probably we'll become a nation where we consider these people. So honestly, consider them and look at what they can do, and have them do the needful. I'm sure these are people who can rescue a ministry, who are up and doing. Nigeria. All right, let's move on. So it looks like poor man pikin no go fit dey go school again. Or those days that people will say that when I went to school, I had no shoe, I did this. It be like say that one not going to be possible again. No, because tuition fee has now been increased to over 100%, over 100%, and other schools are looking at joining them. Although NANS are looking at carrying out not emergency. They've called for an emergency meeting to this effect and regard that students, parents might not be able to pay as much, and they say that this is what Chris Ngige wants. So school now, have we now gotten to that place where an ordinary man or a poor man cannot send his child to school because he's poor. So I mean, poverty is going to continue to increase in the land because person no go school. He cannot do work for himself, and then he's having children and he cannot send his children to school too, and the cycle continues. No, that will not help our society. Tony Osawe, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for joining us. Let's see what other story we are yet to take on here. Okay, so there's a statement by Tinubu that the parties are, calling for, and they are saying that Tinubu said something. Uh, Okay, so Tinubu in a video recorded in London. This Tinubu's London video looks like there is no end to what is coming out of the Tinubu should just Tinubu in a video recorded in London is shown telling a gathering of APC leaders and supporters that political power is not going to be served in a restaurant. It is not going to be served a la carte. At all costs, fight for it, grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. Here, I think I have seen some things by some APC chieftain, APC chairman, APC Ds. They've said some things, and some things that automatic or ideally in a democratic this I think that they should be disqualified. You are threatening, they should snatch what should be snatched? Okay, this will be left for you, the good people of Nigerians to react to. Yes, the good people of Nigerians to react to. So also one of the human interest stories on the Punch, a naval officer by name Kayode. Now, his surname should give him out. His surname is Pitiri. Pitiri. Okay, let's just go to Kayode. Kayode has been accused of assaulting a Lagos motorist by name Shola. Shola just bought a new car. He was taking it to the palace for Oba to bless the car for him. On his way, he said somebody tried to overtake him, but the space was too narrow. The person had, missed that point to have gotten into his front if he wanted to. But that did not happen. So he just moved on, and next thing is somebody was struggling to get into his space and bashed his car. And he came down to check what was happening, and the person ordered him to get back into his car. And he reported to the policeman and were like, this person just bashed me, and person is ordering me into my car, And the traffic police went on to question him. He proceeded to show the officer that is a naval officer, and that one, I mean, we already know that a few days ago they had a scruffle. So that one just refrained. That one instead called military police to get involved in the matter. Now let's do what remember that Pichiri is the former chief of army, if I got that right. The former chief of defense staff is the son to the former chief of defense staff, and is also a naval officer. Now, they got the military police. By this point, the man zoomed off, but the military police were there already. So they got the military police, the Shola, the owner of the car, and some other policemen to follow this guy to where he stays, to follow him to the latter to see how they can resolve the issue. But when they got there, they had naval officers with guns standing, and they told them that if any of them come closer, that they were going to shoot at them, even with the military police. So, the people working against the country being a sane place are even so much. Do you understand? We cannot continue living lawlessly in this country. Everybody just they carry power for their hand. Okay, so he threatened that he was going to shoot, and that's why the military, they couldn't get in, they couldn't do anything with the police. Everybody, they went back. They all had to refrain. So now they have to reach out to the force. They have to reach out to the force, and lay a complaint. And even in the force, they are saying that this same man, this same officer, had just been demoted for this same reason, that he is known to be doing things like this. Chief of defense staff, Oga, hold your pikin, hold your pikin. Hold your pikin. It gets why all of us get neck. The one where no one use in head, waka well. You put a leech on that on that child or animal, as the case may be, before the animal goes astray. Haba. Mr. Pansat, one love to you. I think you wanted to take us out to go dancing with you, right? Thank you for being on this broadcast, Mr. Pansat. God bless you. Thank you for your donation. Yay! You guys, it's the weekend. Make my weekend, please. Thank you. And also, I'll be posting our account number from time to time. Please familiarize yourself with it, engage yourself, and engage the account number. Please support us. Thank you very much. All right, that's the story on the human interest that we have on here. So the case now, the naval the yes, the Navy are saying that they are going to get back to the people, and that's, this is already a headache for them, that this is the same person that beats up people, and he comes back to the Navy, and they're not sure how much of this they even want to continue. But let's see how that story, I mean, once the rich big man became, let's see how this story is going to turn out eventually. And now, as I said earlier on, something happened yesterday in Imo State. Yes, we it's everywhere. It's a viral news on here, but we should be talking about it. What is happening in Imo State? Are we going to say these are the jobs of IPOB or non government? Are we going to say these are military? Let's watch this video as we have just an idea of what is happening in Imo State. A backstory: they were said to be coming out from a campaign rally, and they saw these people at Ungo. At Ungo, they were shooting. They were shooting sporadically. Some got hit by the bullet. One of the people who made it alive was saying that he's saying that probably because it was it was in the midst of elderly women, that's why they did not do anything to him. But so those other people, they were shot at, and some that got affected by the crashes was a woman and her son who were running. There's some pictures that we cannot put on here. That's why another man who Okay, the commissioner was said to have that was just installed 2 weeks ago, was macheted, and they hope that he's going to survive it. One of these known actors, Osita Iheme's brother, Prince Iheme, was said to have been shot at the spot. He was killed on the spot. He was shot to death, and see, there are lots of casualties. It really doesn't matter if this is a named person, a known person. It still hurts. It still hurts. These are family people. These are people who have family. We'll take a video, so please let's watch and discuss afterwards. If you're just joining, please do well to like this broadcast. Please do well to like this broadcast if you're just joining us. Thank you.
Shop on the mother and walk on now. The good open. Shop on the mother and walk on our feet. Look at the Jeep mother. Jeep mother, I'm going to they shop on the mother and walk. Jesus, I feel it today, just now. Just now, I feel it here. I will shop on the mother. Why I need a shop like a one again. Why I need a shop up? And God knows the now, don't can I come ever. Look at.
All right, Mr. Pansa, please don't distract me from my broadcast. I just know that I wish I was on that dancing floor with you right now. But hey, Mr. Pansa, enjoy your end of the year party. Okay, so that sad video, I mean, see, there's some things we should begin to retaliate this day. We should begin to talk about it. We should begin to ask ourselves questions. We should begin to have family meetings with all our family members present and ask what is the way forward. We used to do this thing as a member of the family. What's your way forward? Then as a citizen, what is your own way forward? We need to start asking this question. Share your own way. Let's take reactions. Let's take reactions from some people, from some Nigerians, not just from some people. Let's catch reactions. All right. Okay. This says that. It says this is from I might be Usman. Says, let's keep pampering lawlessness and electing incompetent people into offices. Body go tell everybody. I pray Nigeria doesn't happen to anyone or someone that will concern us. We shouldn't always, I mean, so the people where Nigeria they concern, they belong to someone. So once anything happens in Nigeria, let's stand for it. This mentality is what has brought us here. We are all connected and concerned. This is from Mrs. Apoko Niger says, these people are not IPOB. They are mercenaries sent by federal government. If you know, you know. And this is from Oromiyo says, the most confused tribe in Nigeria is the Igbo. Recently, they have turned themselves to Fulanis, killing their brothers for a dream they are not sure of. Igbos, what do you guys really want? Biafra or presidency? Okay. That's a serious question. That's a very serious question on there. I'll move on to another submission. This is says, I am an evil guy, but the way my people are seeking this Biafra is not funny anymore. Better be one Naija if this is how we will get the so-called Biafra. Okay. This says, we are the same people, the same Igbos. How can we be doing this to ourselves? And another person says, Simon Ekpa, well done. Oh. We are all desperate for this Biafra freedom, but your recent body language, said it all. Because I warned beforehand that we are all made up with egoic nature, which may lead you in doing opposite of the main aim. Let me say it again. If care do not take, releasing Nnamdi Kanu as fast as possible, someone will use these well-armed guys on ground to work against Ndigbo and mark it somewhere. It happened in BUHARI, in Burundi. Okay, so this person is saying that if they don't release Nnamdi Kanu fast, another person is going to take over IPOB and use this men, against Ndigbo. That's what the person is saying. Sorry for the incoherency. Comments can be quite hard to catch sometimes. All right, that's as much as we are taking on here. Or should we take one more? Okay, we should take one more. Let's go with these comments. This says, we've taken. That's as much as we can take. Let's leave it at that. We have a panelist on here. Let's hear from him. But Anais, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the broadcast today. Let's hear your let's catch your reaction to. Let's catch your reaction.
Yeah, good morning, Musima. Happy weekend. I hope you are fine. Greetings to the people in the comment section, those on the Niger Watch family around the globe. Yeah, when Tinubu said they should grab it and run with it, that one drew my attention. For Tinubu not to sign the peace accord is for a reason. You understand? He has already told all his people to snatch it. They should snatch the ballot box and run with it. So that is the reason why he's not campaigning. He just want to snatch the ballot box and become the next president of Nigeria. So that is his agenda. Where God go surprise him on that day. That is just for that. Then that woman that left her husband to go out with her boyfriend. I think you said he's not driving a car or something like that. Sister Ima, hello?
But Anais, I'm not here. Oh. That thing you want to say, I'm not here. But let's hear it.
They run away from that one. So this is what we always talk about. In the condition, that climate of poverty, they are contributing to this situation. I wish that husband now, the man is fit. The man has all means to survive, to take care of his wife. This woman will not leave him and go out with a boyfriend that has more than him. So it's just that man. It's just the situation of Nigeria that happens to the husband. So that one it happens every day. It's just the one that we heard now. We are just trying to talk about. This one happen every day. If a man is not is not capable to provide for their wife anymore. Their wife leave them every, to go and look for other men that can take care of them. So this one is not it's not new. It's just the circumstances of Nigeria. So ask me that kind of man now. Ask me how he's not going to think about doing evil, committing crime. Such man can go to the extent to can become immediately. That such thing can happen to that man that from a good person, he can turn to a criminal immediately, or his lifestyle can just change any seconds. That kind of man. Maybe he really love that woman now. The man will not sit down and think of it that because I don't have to provide for this woman left me. That man lifestyle can change at any time. He can become an armed robber. So we just pray that God should touch the heart of that man to keep him so that he can look for a better way to move on. So it's very sad. It's a sad situation. We pray that it should not happen to other people.
But what if the man was not even fair to his wife? I mean, a woman doesn't just women of those days, will not just make it and leave it.
I'm a spokesperson for women. I know I defend them, but for this one, I don't defend them at all. So
it would have been better it would have been better if the woman have moved to someone who couldn't get her a car. If she had gone to a poorer person, that would have been better.
No, what for me, what the woman supposed to do is for her to look for a way to make sure that she find a means of survival. If she can go into business and all that, then and the man can still live a better life. You don't know what will happen tomorrow.
But what if it is not a case of money? What if it's a case of how she's been? See, some men don't have anything, and by anything I mean they don't have good character, attention. They don't have love. They don't have to treat a woman right. They don't have that one. All they can do is to be come on. I mean, at least get something. Be happyable. Some men are just not even happyable. But nice.
No,
Let's just because the story is not very clear, right? They didn't give us all the story.
All the detail exactly. There's no detail.
The man is only just pained that when he sees her driving by, she's in a brand new car. Come on, he peppered the man. But nice. Let's move to another topic.
Okay.
All right.
Which one do we talk about?
Okay, so brother nice. I just played a video of what is happening in Imo State, right? And the video I shared, it's said or reported that this attack was carried out 5 minutes away from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers' community. And there's a state. I'm asking you this question. Do you think this is according to like this submission I just read from Nigeria? Some are saying that the Igbos are the ones doing this to themselves. Another ones are saying that these are mercenaries that are sent to the land to do this. But whatever it is, what about the occupants of the land? Everybody don't relocate from Nigeria finish. Everybody don't relocate come up for village and from their communities. Nobody did there. Is that what we are saying? Nobody is there to take care of our homes.
There's no missionary there. There's no missionary, So all the comment that you read from all those Twitter, they have already said it all, So, but the only thing I would just say is that for this violence to reduce or to stop this violence, federal government need to do the needful. They should release Nnamdi Kanu. A competent court have already set this man free. Why are you still holding this man back? So this federal government are the one that is causing this violence, and that this man, these people, they are his people. He is the only one that can calm them down. Why you still keep the man there? What do you expect? All his followers, this is what they will resort to. The court have set this man free. Why are you still holding this man back? The federal government, they are responsible of this for this violence that is happening in Southeast. I'm telling you, this Fulani, that's just the problem of Nigeria. They don't want peace. They don't want peace they don't want peace in Nigeria. If it's a Fulani man now, do you know what Fulani would do? A competent court will release a Fulani man like this. The Igbo man will hold them back. Do you know what Fulani will do? This is a problem of, if they want equity in Nigeria, this is where they need to start from. Don't treat other tribes as your enemy. Treat everyone as equal. That's where there will be peace.
So,
federal government is the problem in this country.
Because all of this chaos going on right now, you think that this is carried out by the IPOB, and because they are sending a message to the government, for their leader to be released. You think that is what is happening?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not only IPOB. They have different organizations. There's ESN. There's another one they call ESN. There's another. They have different organizations there.
How is killing your own people? I mean, did you see that? How is killing your own people? Look at the stores. Look at the car. These are people. This is somebody's everything. They have to start from the scratch. If you watch the video, there's a woman carrying bucket of water going to pour. Where would they start from? So why are they doing this to their own people? How is that supposed to help?
That is what I was telling you the last time, that these people, the reason why they were set up, they are not even carry out those mission anymore. They were set up to chase us Fulani, but now they are not killing the Igbo people, their own people as well. So that is what I don't. This is the reason why I'm telling you. I was saying it the last time. They are not become the insecurity now. So God will help our people. God will help them. It's not easy. That Southeast, God, the kind of violence that is there now, just too much. For real, Sister Emma.
So we cannot have the youth. We cannot have the youth stand off these people.
The people that are doing it. The people that are doing it now.
This is where our men truly have to wake up to responsibilities, right? What are they doing? The other people in the land, have they left it for the women to secure? So if we are saying that these are the people, they are there and they are attacking, and you cannot have another group to repel this attack or to stand them off. Let us know that another set of people were, stood off these people. No, we are not seeing any of that. We are not seeing any of this. Is sad. You can't say you want so. After killing us, you still say that we should go and form Biafra somewhere. So you want to take the people that are the ones that are left, are the ones you want to go. It really doesn't make it. I don't understand. And I really want to.
You know where the problem lies now, You see these people now, this Biafra, ESN and all that now, that is fighting for this Biafra now. The ones that do not share the same idea with them, those are the ones that is falling their victims. The Igbo people that do not share the same idea with them, those are their victims. So that is why you are seeing this violence. The only way to solve this problem is for federal government to negotiate with them. Let the president call them and negotiate with them. This is the reason why I'm telling you that the problem still lies with the government. This thing can be settled in a twinkle of eyes. If a federal government call these people now, just negotiate with them. This violence will go. You will not see it again. It happened everywhere. Separatists, it happened everywhere. It happened in Congo. It happened in Sierra Leone. It happened in this thing. But the way government solve this problem is to call them, negotiate with them. So this our government, because it's not their tribe, they are not Fulani. They just want them to continue with the violence, and they will even have more violence. They will even send soldiers to. When there is fire, you want to use fire to quench fire. It's impossible. You will not send violence. You will not send military to this kind of violence again. Then the governor in that state as well is setting up a bubiago that is still causing more violence. So, that story, not be a joke. No, live on there. Thank you.
All right, brother. Nice. Thank you very much, Mr. Tunaija. How you doing? It's good to have you on the broadcast. Thank you for being on here with us.
Yeah, greetings, Emma, and greetings to I've forgotten his name, Brian or something, the guy on the panel,
and the chat had the viewers. I don't know what precisely happened. Is it that this in the IPOP people are attacking the people in the east? Is that what's happening?
Okay. See, at this point, when there are attacks like this, and the federal government will say IPOP did this, or the police will say IPOP did this, IPOP never comes out to even say no, we didn't, and all of that. So at this point, we are trying to understand Nigerians. I've read some submissions here. At this point, they are even asking the Igbos, they're asking the what do you want?
Yeah. I think if IPOP didn't do it, they will be able to reveal the people that did it. If somebody's trying to blackmail them into taking responsibility for what they didn't do, they'll be able to reveal it. But that said, they are the ones asking people to stay at home, and they simply a kind of one. There's a lot of people in the southeast that are angry about what happened, in the 60s, that still want the same outcome. And then there are others that feel marginalized today that still want to leave the country. So that those two angles, but then there's a big. I think there's a majority actually that don't care for any of that, and but those ones that care for these things are the ones fanning this chaos, and what they are doing is to actually weaken Peter Obi in reality. That's what they are doing. Because when all this chaos is happening, what do you think the specter that it is flagging up? Sorry, there's a bit of noise in the background. Um, Somebody's making noise. Yeah. When all this stuff is happening, there's always going to be in the north and in the southwest. Everybody will think, oh no, they've started again, and that tower of trouble. And he always ties. The only thing he reminds people of is Biafra, not just the south. It's just Biafra, Biafra, Biafra all the time, and that is what I think is going on here. And the actors that are doing these things, they may have interest. Some of the opponents of Peter Obi may have interest in what is happening. I think the other day when I heard Simon Ekpa say something about, oh, there's not going to be any election in the southeast, and I heard some people go and say, no, the election is over. They've handed the election to Tinubu because Simon Ekpa has shut down election in the southeast. That's the end of it, because that's the narrative they want to sell. They want to sell the narrative that if this in the Igbo people are fighting each other, there's no way Peter Obi is going to get this elected. And it's something that the Igbo people in their areas need to understand. If you are in support of Peter Obi and you want this to move forward, you need to confront these IPOP people. They are killing people, actually. You see, this is the thing. When people keep saying Kanu didn't do anything, this is what they don't understand. People died. Police officers, INEC officials were killed. I don't understand how Nigerian can just, because of affiliations, which you are allowed to have affiliation, but you also have to be rational. Just face the truth of the situation. People died because of the actions of IPOP. Whether they did it or not, but they are not revealing any other person. We don't see any other police for killing anybody in anywhere, any other part of the country like that. We've seen police kill people, like when they are carrying out operation, they kill people in the south, they kill people in the north, they kill people everywhere. It's not only in the south. As a matter of fact, Shikao is dead. They didn't even take him alive. Kanu is still alive today. Well, look at his image. He looks very, very well taken care of wherever he is. He seems to be doing very well there. Anytime he comes out, he's smiling and all the rest. So when people keep saying that nothing happened, this is what is happening. Look at the picture there. That is what is happening because of the actions of what IPOP was the leader. He was the leader of IPOP at that time. So let's be rational about this. And if they are going to have a negotiation with Kanu, the federal government, I'm sure they are trying to. There's a reason why he's still alive. They are probably trying to, but maybe they are not backing down. Biafra people, one thing they don't like is that to tell them to forget about it and join the political process. They don't like that. If you tell them to join the political process, they'll say, up yours. We want the Biafra. We want the minimum they ask for is a referendum. You see that? So how do you start negotiating that when the constitution doesn't even allow that? So you, even if you tell them to negotiate, to join the political process so that they can elect somebody that allows for that, amends the constitution so it allows for such a referendum, they don't even want to engage. So in other words, if you don't want to engage in the political process so that somebody implements a referendum that will give you the right to this vote whether you want to be Biafra or not, if you don't want to engage with that process, then what are you asking for? Violence, anarchy? You see what I mean? And that's what you are seeing on the street right now. And the Igbo people generally have to face this down because they are, these people are a threat to Peter Obi. If they carry on like this, that's all people are going to see when Peter Obi shows up. This violence. Thank you. Pansad, is that Pansad that is there?
Is anybody there? Iman. Good morning, everybody.
I think she's muted.
Yeah, Miss Ima, no, she has a problem with her network.
She's having issues.
Huh?
It's like
I think the next person should just go now.
Yeah, let the next person continue. Mr. P.
Okay, Mr. P. All right.
I just wake up and
Mr. Peter, good day. It's good to have you. Yes, please. I have to come back to you. Your network is very static right now. Have to come back to you, please. Mr. Passat, apologies. I don't know how you intend to give us this submission, but thank you for the vibe. Let me move on to Mr. NTBD. Mr. Peter, please try. We'll try again, and hopefully the network will be better. Mr. NTBD, how you doing? Good day to you, sir.
Yeah, hello.
All right, sir. Good to have you on here. Please give your submission.
All right, yeah. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good afternoon, anywhere you are, everyone. Well, I think among the stories that you kind of read, I think the one that stands out or that draws more attention is this event that happened in Imo State. But the Imo State thing, I don't think for the past few months, I think people are hearing so much about these things happening in Imo State as a result of the Ebubiagu that Hope Uzodinma is really kind of pushing for them to do what they are doing. And which is that, these people, sometimes they just walk by their, probably the perception they have about a particular community or maybe neighborhood, feel like, oh, these people here are not on the side of the governor, and probably they are part of the agitation, Biafra agitation. And sometimes they go there and they don't use the due process in, in doing their supposed service. So, and it's quite sad to see, although it's not maybe like in Owerri and all this place, more like in the other inter communities. But at the same time, the agitation thing, like some people have said, I really like the way I think it was Brother Nice, Brother Nice, the way he put it. The thing is that you cannot, you can't blackmail or maybe try to gaslight the people agitating with all that. It was at the height of Boko Haram that Buhari became the president. So why did Nigerians not say, oh, we are not going to vote for you? And at the same time, the Igbos have shown time and time again that the overwhelming majority of them are on the side of Peter Obi. We have seen it. We actually even have to step back a little bit so that people didn't, people will not kind of attack Peter Obi, an Igbo candidate somehow. So if these events happen, it's easy for Nigerians, some Nigerians from other regions, to quickly want to try and You know, Igbo, you see, like I think I was listening to one guy the other, I think it was my Igbo, he gave a very accurate description of the average Nigerian mentality on the Igbos. And it's true. Because, and you can't really maybe, it's not like you say they are doing it intentionally sometimes, because it's years of indoctrination and what is the propagandas that they spread. But at the same time, I'm not going to, if anybody is looking for agitations, because I know that there are some people that are just totally fed up with the system. To be honest, I feel like they are minority. They are very very few, but it's just because of they are so much fed up, so their voice is kind of very loud. But I feel like there, that people that we cannot say we don't want election, we don't want for those ones. They can't say they don't want election or anything, because at the end of the day, there must be a president in Nigeria, no matter what you do. And the process of getting the referendum and everything is a process. You don't know how long it will take. We are hoping it will, okay, they are hoping it will not take long. Okay, that's just a hope. But as it is right now, you must understand that if Peter Obi enters there, someone that has told you that agitations in any part of Nigeria will be dealt with by dialogue, understanding, and resolving things amicably. Do you prefer that kind of a person, or do you prefer someone that will crack down more brutally than even the previous administration with the military might and everything? So let us be very wise. And if someone is saying that, why can't they give, why are they not thinking in the line of let's give Peter Obi the presidency so that agitation will calm down in the southeast? Why do you have to,
Okay.
why do those people have to think in the direction of, oh, it will affect his chances to get votes in the north or somewhere? So it just depends on how you want to look at this thing. But if we are going to look at it from a more a truthful angle, then it's just a matter of, like what Brother Nai said, the court has exonerated someone like Nnamdi Kanu. They have, you're showing, you're kind of suppressing the power of the court. So what kind of, you're fighting against your own system. So how would you expect his supporters, even when they held that man, what's the name of that, is it Shiite leader in the north west? Didn't all his followers came out on the streets?
That's
What
true.
did the military do? What did the military do to them? So it's not peculiar, or it's not something that is only happening in the southeast. It's happening all over the country. It's happening all over the world. So you must handle these things well. And unfortunately, to be honest with you, the Nigerian government, they are making it very hard for people to even feel like Nigeria can work. They are making it very hard. A lot of people, they are making it really hard for people, if we are being honest. It's just that some of us, against all hope, against all odds and everything, we are hopeful that things will be better and we'll be all one big happy country. But they are making it hard on a daily basis by fighting against their own people, their, in some ways, and against their own system by not obeying. Look at the other day, the Chief Justice came out and said the Justice Department is not financially independent, so that's why they are not respected. So what are we talking about? All right, let me stop there for now. Thank you.
Mr. Infinity, thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you. Mr. Peter, let's give it a try again. Please unmute your mic and give your submission.
Good morning, Miss Ima. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mr. Peter, it's a better reception. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. The panelists, Nigeria Watch family, the listeners, commenters, and the viewers. Yes, as you people have rightly said that the problem is in Southeast or in the Imo State. Say it's Imo State or in the or Southeast. Hello, where did the incident happen? Is it Imo State or in just or in the 5 states of Southeast? Can someone hear me?
I don't know if Emma can hear you.
Imo State. I can hear Imo State.
Okay, thank you. This is where we have to understand the different people will say IPOP or other group. My brother, the problem of Imo State is the federal government. The problem that Imo State have, that you see fire burning, killing every day. Now, the people they kill, if really the people are saying the IPOP, isn't the people of the federal government or the state government, whatever you might call them. A woman who wants to go and fetch water from the streets is not a government worker, but doesn't have any relationship with the government. So the problem you are just seeing now, it is the federal government bringing person who did not win election, who did not even contest in the position to win, to the position of become the leader of the state. That is the problem of Imo State. So the problem that Imo State face, the problem that Imo State face is the federal government, not the Igbo people who don't want Peter Obi to become president, who want to affect chances of Peter Obi. It's the federal government that giving people a wrong choice. And for the court to say, this person should be put there. I don't understand how the Nigerians had to know, or the whole world had to listen to that and say the person was not in position, should be given the position. And that such court, it is that court that are supposed to be born instantly. Because, and that is why when people say, don't criticize anybody, you must go to the court first. Did the court come from the sky? Is the court not human being? Is it not human being who want to come and say, hey, you are guilty of this? People, they say majority win the vote. Why the court will now win everybody? What everybody is seen as this thing supposed to be like this. Only one person will not just come out and say he read book that people, different people write this. That is the problem. If I were to be the court,
hello, Emma, hold on 1 minute. I want to put I want to put a Niger watch on
before when I spoke.
Mr. Peter, apologies, Mr. Peter. Mr. Peter, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Pansat, apologies, but your environment will not be conducive. It is not conducive for the broadcast. I'm sorry. The environment is just too noisy for us. So please do not attempt to unmute your mic if you are still in that environment, Mr. Pansat. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Peter, let's go on, please. Please round off your submission, sir.
So the problem of Nigerians, although these things, the federal government is going to take advantage to be doing all this nonsense they are doing, so that they will say it is Igbo people who don't want Peter Obi to win, who don't want to, so that people will not be saying, we said it, we don't want to, this is the reason we don't need the Igbo. So let nobody put these things on the IPOP for now. Let nobody put it on a Igbo are killing themselves. My brother, everybody are killing themselves in that country. But the most is federal government are killing the Nigerians in that country. Is what we are facing. They are intimidating everybody. They are putting fears in the mind of people to make sure the opponents now will not take advantage. To make sure that the Nigerian people doesn't have this vote they are looking for. So it is our duty to say no to all these their plans. Right from time they have been doing it when election.
All right, Mr. Peter. Thank you very much for the submission. Thank you. Thank you very much for your submission, Mr. Peter. Let's move on to Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins, how are you doing? Good to have you on the broadcast. Good day to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Sister Emma. I want to say something, and I would like to take a little bit time to explain this, because I jump into this program now because of some tunes that I'm hearing that I want to clarify some certain issue. You know, I think it's time have begin for us to come to this, as in, I don't know the kind of psyche that people have. Whenever anything that concerns an Igbo people, the goalposts always change. The narrative always change. You know, I'm from Imo State, and where all these things are happening, I know what is happening there. You know, like for us that from East, if anything happen in the East, he will see somebody, maybe then go to stay in someone's house. The media will push that narrative, is hip hop, is this, is this, is this. They went to kidnap somebody in somewhere, is hip hop. Then keep pushing this narrative as if maybe even when it comes to the East, the number of people that was killed in the East since this year, if you combine it to every part of the country, every part of the region, their numbers is even more bigger than the people killed in the East. But nobody's talking about it because this narrative they keep pushing in the media when it comes to an average Igbo man, this kind of narrative that people keep circulating in their psyche. I don't know what kind of the kind of agitation they have against Igbo people. Yet, few days ago, people were kidnapped in Ondo State, as in people were killed, people were massacred. Nobody is even talking that Mr. Tunaja is not talking that that is going to hold the chances of Tunumbu. People were killed in the north. A lot of people were, even as I'm talking to you, people were killing in the north as I'm talking to you. Nobody is projecting that is going to stop the chances of Atiku, or the chances of Kwankwaso, the chances of anybody. But whenever thing concerns an Igbo man, average thing, people will start pushing this narrative of it's an Igbo issue, it's hip-hop issue, it's going to stop P2B, it's going to stop P2B, it's going. What kind of people? You were there last, it's not a couple of days, P2B went to Imo State. Even as I'm talking to you, I just finished talking to my people back home now. People, even in the East, people are walking freely. People are asking, there is no IDPC camp in the East. In the East, too. But you can find it in the West. You can find it in the North. But you can't find anyone in the East. Too. But when it comes to an issue, it's the Igbo issue. People always like, they want to kill themselves in anything that concerns Igbo people. I don't know the kind of hatred that people, I don't know where they get this joy when anything that concerns an Igbo people, they try to prophesy as in parade it as if Igbo people are the most committed people on the planet. If when you begin to check it, even when it comes to people bringing Nigeria together, people that wish Nigeria well, I think it's Igbo people that are doing it. This unity they keep talking about, because they don't put it in practice. Tell me any part of the country, any part of Nigeria that owns a land property in the East, that owns a building, that owns a company. But you see, the people that will still go to other part of the country and they will build people, build companies, build everything there. That shows of what? Unity. But other people don't practice it. But when they come on this their narrative, this their IQ, they keep circulating, they kind of unifying idea, unity. Who are the people practicing this unity? I think it's Igbo people. Anything that cause they have started before that P2B will not get vote in the East. How many people are voting election in the East? It's just maybe 12 million people. But then forget about that. They have the population of the Igbos that live. If you come to West, they just remove the cities in there. The second population there is the Igbo people. You go to the north, remove the northern people. The second population there is the Igbo people, and they are voting there. But you will come and people will come and project that Igbo people don't have this number. I don't know where they're getting this, their IQ, where they're getting this, their manipulation. So I think people should this hatred that people have in Igbo people. For me, I know how it baffles me now when I hear people talking about is Igbo people. Tell me any part of the country that used to as a help their fellow people. Igbo people will help bring their brothers, send them abroad. They will learn market, bring them, teach them everything. But people will keep projecting that Igbo people hate themselves. Crime. Look at what happened during Evans issue in Lagos. Do you know how much the media run that issue because it's an Igbo man? They run it even more than Boko Haram issue. But at that period, something happened in Ogun State. Something happened in Ogun State where they find a native doctor, buried souls, as in a lot of souls. That topic, that news only lasted for 2 days. They squash it. But advanced news was carried every point. Look at the Kanu issue now. Everything they keep on, but nobody's pointing about what happened. The same thing Nnamdi is talking. The same thing this guy in Yoruba, Sunday go, is talking. Look at what is a Boko Haram that is killing people. Nobody's even it took federal government how many years for them to even to call herdsmen a terrorist organization, but it happened to them just a seconds. They announced IPOB as a terrorist organization. You can go any part of the country, you practice IPOB, but you can't practice herdsmen in any part of the country. So I think we should start working up all this kind of anger and hatred. And the more you keep hating Igbo people, the more people keep hating Igbo, the more we keep progressing. I don't know when at the time for them to realize that this their hate, even if P2B becomes a president, P2B did not become a president. We, the Igbo people, have been surviving without Nigeria government. We've been surviving, as in we are living more better than any part of the country. I can brag about it. I can even say it with them as hit my chest. We are living the level of poverty in the East is even the lower. Every part of the Nigeria is more, as in their poverty is bigger. But in the East, you find it even small. Then they come education, them keep projecting that is Yoruba that did this. Now the highest education people is from the east, but nobody is going to talk about that. So they keep deceiving themselves. We don't believe if Peter B end up winning the election, it's not going to change average Igbo people because we know our life. We've been living our life. We are kind of people. We are Republican. We don't believe in all this kind of crap that people keep. If not government, I can't survive. That is your crap. So we have where we live our life. So that thing that happened in Imo State now, this is just a common thing that is happening there, which happens in every part of the country. You understand? And nobody, this is not a pop issue. It's not even a P2B issue. This is a community issue that they have with Opos. But the media will keep pushing it. It's IPOP. You sit at home. Crap. Come on. Wake up from all this kind of crap. I'm tired of when people talk about Eastern issue. It makes me as if I want to punch people because you keep asking yourself.
Can you hear me, Mr. Collins? Can anyone let me know if you can hear me. Mr. Collins, I want to ask a question because you're not listening to me. Can you hear me, Mr. Collins?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, so this attack that happened yesterday, are you saying that it was carried out by IPOB or an outsider?
This is not even related to anything that concerns IPOB or concerns anything that people. But this is the aggression that the people, the community people, where these things happen. They are having with the whole pause of them. You understand? There are some communities in the east, more especially people from my senatorial zone. You understand? They are having this kind of.
The people did this to themselves. So the stories of the likes of Priest Iheme being dead, are we going to say that's not true too? Are we going to say the people rise up and fight to themselves and kill themselves?
See, let me see. There is a difference between when it comes to political issue and all this narrative they keep pushing. Let me clear that. You understand? The way people used to make things when it comes to Igbo people, they always push this goalpost, try to change things how it is. You understand? So let me tell you something that is happening there. Since Hope Ozodema becomes a governor of Imo State, a lot of things have changed in Imo State. There are people that they agree with what Hope, let Hope Ozodema do whatever he wants to do, they will not accept it. Like I'm telling you, like in my community now, we just have a new king in my community. Till today now, nobody agree that the man is a king. Nobody cares. You understand? So whatever Hope Ozodema, the way they negotiate, when Hope Ozodema want to negotiate with those people, he will come there with a different type of violence. You understand? And when you carry violence, you don't expect people to keep quiet. People will react. We are not that kind of people that will point us, will expect us to keep quiet. We don't keep quiet because we are not begging you money. So when you push people, they will push you back. That is one thing about average Igbo man. You understand? So average Igbo man don't believe in maybe I must respect you, I must bow down for you, I must call you this. We don't believe in those crap. You understand? So I believe that if respect is all about both ways. If you respect me, I give you back. But if you don't respect me, if you like to be a king, if you like to be whatever you want to be, we don't believe in.
Mr. Collins, good morning. Good morning to every one of you on this platform. Please hold on, please don't interject. Thank you. Good morning to every one of you here. Happy weekend to you all. Mr. Collins, I actually came to the platform because of you, because you've been talking since. I just wanted to point some things out because I don't understand what you're saying. Thank God that Ima just asked you a question now that, about the recent situation that happened, and you are mentioning Uzodinma. I want to first ask, where is Uzodinma from? Please, Mr. Collins, it's between you and I now. Where is Uzodinma from?
Mr. Najawa, Uzodinma is from Imo State. He's from Imo State.
He's an Igbo man, right?
He's an Igbo man, of course.
Okay, good. That's all I just wanted to know. Now, you also mentioned by saying that Igbo people are better than everyone in Nigeria. That I would like you to refrain that. If you are talking, is better you listen to yourself. Nobody is better than anybody. You are complaining about division, and you are also contradicting yourself by calling for the same thing. You are.
No, can I say something?
Hold on. You are complaining about people picking on the Igbo people. You mentioned the kidnapper that happened years ago, in Lagos and all that, and even the native doctor, blah blah blah, how all of them were treated. They are picking on Igbo and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, you are also picking on others by saying Igbo is better than everyone in Nigeria. That is wrong.
No, what I'm trying to say, get me right, Mr. Najawa. Try to understand me. I'm not talking about here. I'm not I don't have. You see, if there is any
No, but it
platform,
doesn't
I will
matter.
say the last
Everybody
and
on
talk
this
whatever.
platform are from
Yeah.
Nigeria. Where you came from, I'm
No,
not
no.
really interested
Listen,
as long as we are
listen,
Nigerian.
listen, Mr. Naja Watch. I'm not talking. What I'm talking about. Try to get me my point very well here. I'm not talking about what we are discussing here. And I'm talking about the way the media is happening here. And for me here, if I'm talking about the media, you know how I'm a guest about the media. The way the media is running the story, as in the way they are running, like Mr. Tuna just said that is going to stop the chances of P2B. And I want to clear that it's not going to stop the chances of, because it's not only in the east that we are having when unrest environment at the moment. It's happening all the whole part of the Nigeria. So if he is going to single that out, he should as well upon that the Boko Haram that is happening in the north is going to stop the chances of Atiku becoming the president. What
Okay,
is
but
happening in the southwest
according
is
to what you were saying, Mr. Collins, according to what you were saying, you know, if you listen to yourself, it looks like people are framing the Igbo people up and picking on the Igbo people. But that's why I asked,
gaslighting.
where is he from?
It's when Mr. Najawache, I'm not. You see, if there's one person I will say you are free to narrate anything that happened in the east, I'll give you a for it. I do listen to media, as in when it comes to media, I do listen to news every time. I think if there's one thing I listen in Nigeria, I think it's news. Watch me, Mr. Najawa, let's be honest to ourselves. When anything happen in the east, the narrative, the goalposts always change. The narrative always change. Let's just forget about where we are coming from. Let's just be a
Mr. Collins, I want you, before we move on to the next person, I want you to accept that, because you have already accepted that Hope Uzodinma is an Igbo man. So say it how it is. An Igbo person is gathering talks, so fight Igbo people. Simple. He's he decided to send himself to the devil. He's working with the satanic government in Nigeria. He's working with the killers in Nigeria. Hope Uzodinma is the one killing Igbo people. We should say the way it is.
If you watch me in this show, I say something that there are two people on Eastern that we don't respect. You see Hope Uzodinma and David Omai.
They focus on it. Even Samuel Okpa, I don't know how to pronounce his name. The guy is always on air destroying the Igbo people.
Okay, look at what happened. No, what I'm saying, the media don't say it the way it is. It's like everything they accuse. Watch me, I said they accuse it everything that happened.
I know. We have a lot of compromised media, but when you are here, you know we say it how it is here. So when you have the opportunity to talk, also say it how it is. Take the word that Hope Uzodinma and some of your Igbo people are killing us, the Igbo people. Then we will understand.
I'm saying that whatever that happened in the East is not going to even stop anything that what P2B is doing. You understand? Because what P2B is doing don't have any link here. Because they're trying to link it like it's going to stop P2B. It's not going to affect anything that P2B is doing. You understand? It's not going to affect whatever IPOB, like what IPOB stand for. It's not going to affect anything. It's just that the way that they were. Look at what happened in Enugu a couple of days ago. You understand? We all know, the Igbo people know who those people who are partaking on those things.
Okay, Mr. Collins, you are one of us on this platform. You already know that this platform will say it how it is. So when you are here, mention all the names of the people behind these satanic activities, satanic acts. Mention their names. Because I've seen a series of Igbo people that is coming out to fight Peter Obi is baffling. You know, if you are fighting, if some people, for example, you are fighting for Biafra, now Igbo man is about to become a president, then you are still fighting Biafra. I don't understand what we want.
Mr. Najawat, see, let me tell you, I want to make you to know something. There's something I want you to know very well. You know, sometimes I do believe, you know, when I come to your media to listen and also to partake in it, I have my reason, because I like people who wants to bring the news grassroots. If you go to East now, there is average 90% an average Igbo man. People who are going to do this vote are always rooting for P2B. When I mean P2B, they're rooting for P2B. Pure. Now,
I'm happy for that.
Now, one thing I want you to know that you see, when politicians come on television, they will narrate what the thing that fit their narrative, and when they put that thing on television, instead of the media to do their diligent work, they will run out with that one that a politician said.
But like, you already know, I've said this so many times here, Mr. Collins, that
another thing I want you to understand. If anybody that is having a mind that everybody in the East 100% Eastern people, like 100% is going to say yes to P2B. That is a typical lie. Even when Jesus Christ in the Nazareth, nobody agreed. Even in people, even in our own family, not everybody likes us. So there's a percentage of people there who will say they don't want P2B to choose their own narrative, to choose their own what they believe in. So it's everywhere, it's part of the whole place. So some people will not agree with you, some is going to agree with you. That is all about Republic. Some not everybody will agree on
Okay,
what P2B is saying.
now, Ejimakor, the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu, you know him, right?
Yeah, Ejiofor.
Okay, Ejiofor. Okay, maybe I did pronounce it properly. He came out yesterday on the 9th of December, which is just yesterday here. Today is 10. He came out, he said, several armed men invaded my hometown, attacked my relatives, vandalized their properties, and set fires on our main market, 5 minutes away from my house. It is a day that will forever live in infamy. So what I'm saying here is that, who is doing this? Now, people are saying the government. People are saying some people. Let's say it how it is.
His hope was Edema. His hope was Edema. Hope was Edema and his people. Hope was Edema and his people.
Then let's say it like that.
Can I come in? Can I come in very quickly, please?
Mr. Collins, I want to ask Mr. Collins a question.
Just very
Hold on,
briefly.
Mr. CBD. Go ahead with your question so that Mr. CBD can say something.
Yeah, Mr. Collins, I want to ask you a question. You said now that this unrest in the southeast will not affect Peter Obi's election in the southeast. I said I disagree with you because the reason why I said I disagree with you, I saw an event that happened in the southeast. I don't know the state, if it's Anambra or different state in there. This thing, when Labour Party organized a meeting for Peter Obi, and this government went to disturb that event. This government, they went to go and disturb them. They just saw those our old mother. Our old mother that was in that meeting were even begging them. They proved them.
Let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. When that
happened, I never finished to explain.
Hold on, Brother Nice. Everybody hold on. Brother Nice, you will continue. Let me quickly add to what you're saying. Do you know how many videos that I have that we are not allowed to showcase on YouTube, where Igbo people are killing people and speaking Igbo throughout the killing? Cutting people's head and all that. What are we talking about? When we are talking, if we want a better Nigeria, we should say things how it is. If I'm the one creating the chaos, the problem, mention my name. We shouldn't jump out of the truth and be saying, oh, people in Nigeria, Igbo is better than Yoruba, Yoruba is better than Igbo, Igbo is the best in Nigeria. Nobody is better than anybody in Nigeria. If not because of the satanic government that have been ruling us since the creation of Nigeria, Nigerians are supposed to be living an average lifestyle, a better lifestyle. Nobody's better than anybody. So we should say it how it is, please. Focus. That's why I asked just now, if in case you don't know, Hope Uzodinma is a satanic governor that is working with satanic party who produce satanic leaders. They are the one creating problems. Because if he's a good man, these things that is happening right now, he will not allow it to happen. Brother Nice, please round up in 30 seconds so that we can move on to the rightful person.
Yeah. You see several times when I have problem with some of my Igbo brothers here. Yeah, it's because of this same issue. And me, I will not relent. I will always say it the way it is. You see, the problem I have, this security force outfit they put in place, their agenda was to chase out Fulani away from the southeast. But why they not turn against themselves? Why they are not killing Igbo people? That is where I have problem with these people now. This security outfit, this ESN and IPOB. Why not? Why they are not killing the Igbo people?
The people that are supposed to see you killing, supposed to be
Mr. Nigeria, we are getting this whole thing. Just a minute.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be sometimes. These things happen in media. These things happen once in a while.
Let me say this.
Talk to us.
Thank you. You see, first of all, it's written here on the screen, Ejimakor hometown, not Ejiofor. Now, when you say something like anybody that is thinking that is maybe IPOB or ESN, that's a total, to me, just from where I'm sitting, without any emotions, I'll tell you that I don't believe that. Because number one, Ejimakor is among the people that has been fighting really hard for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Even the IPOB autopilot, the one that they feel like they've broken away from the main structure of IPOB. They also love the man. So let me tell you, how will they go and attack his hometown if they are the ones? So this whole thing, it's either between the side of this Hope Uzodinma and his gang, or is something that has to do is an external hand out of the state.
Mr. SCBD,
to be honest,
Mr. SCBD, you see what I'm waiting to hear is what you just said right now. When you are talking, mention Hope Uzodinma with the satanic people that is doing this thing. I would love that. We shouldn't shy away from it. Hope Uzodinma have declared to everybody that is satanic. So we should say it how it is.
Yeah, obviously, I will say that. But the only thing is that sometimes we want a straight answer to all these things, and it's not a straight answer. You want people to come and say, like what Branai just said right now, to me, it's totally wrong. You cannot just say ESN, IPOB. How many times have if you even say IPOB autopilot, then as much as people disagree with you, maybe you can even have a conversation. But IPOB, the main structure, have always come out and said every time that we do not support this. They have even declared that there's no...
Mr. SCBD, before I hand over to Ima, Mr. SCBD, who is the one creating this problem now? Or didn't you watch this video earlier on? Let me play this video again so that we all can see, who is the one killing people, the video that is circulating where people are speaking Igbo, cutting people's head. Who is the one setting fires everywhere now in this country? Let's watch.
Shop on the mother and walk on now. They go to open. Shop on the mother and walk on our feet. Look at the Jeep mother. Jeep mother, I'm wearing off the time. But Jeep mother. They shop on the mother and walk. Jesus, I feel it today. Just now. Just now, I feel it here. They will shop on the mother. They will shop on the mother. They will. Why I need a shop I want to get. Why I need a shop I got no good now. You don't cannot come ever. Look at.
Do you know this same video I just played for you right now? Similar thing like this happened in Edo State, Benin City, just 3 days ago. I did not call out to say Igbo people have set fires on our market. I did not come here to say the Yoruba people. We have to take the responsibility. It might be Fulani, it might be anybody. Let the governor come out and address it. So we should say this how it is.
Mr. Najawa, that video you just showed now, to be honest with you, it further proves my point. This whole thing, I'm telling you, you might believe me, you might not believe me, because people already have, some people already have their, their own analysis or their preconceived ideas. But I'm telling you that this thing looks so much like 99% looks more like something that came from outside Imo State. But I'm going to still hold.
Okay, now,
I'm going to still hold Opus Odinma responsible. You know why I'm going to hold Opus Odinma responsible? Is because he is the commander-in-chief of that state. And we know how he has handled these issues in the past. And we know the people, we know the way he has been, he is not doing the right things when it comes to security. Because of it feels like he owes allegiance to some people.
Thank you, Mr. CBD. Because of
let me say something, please. Please, let me just take a.
Hold on. I don't know who is the next to talk. Let me ask Iba.
I'm the next person. I've been waiting for 5 years. It's me, Mr. Alex.
I'm not going to take time, please. Let me just say.
Okay. You'll be talking, my brother.
No, Mr. Alex, please.
I've been hearing since.
Mr. Alex, I've been waiting for 5 years now.
I know,
Go
Mr.
ahead.
Alex, 30 seconds. Okay, what I'm saying that based on what Mr. CBD just said now, what I'm not saying that is not Hope. What I'm saying that Hope Uzodinma is the perpetrator of all those things that happen, and the people knows very well that it's Ebubago that is perpetrating all these things that happen in the East. Ebubago people, and who are the chief of this Ebubago is Hope Uzodinma and David Omaya. They are the one making all these things, and everybody knows it. It's just that what I'm saying that not everything that happened in the East, the instead of them to call it that this is how it is. And we all know who is doing, even though Hanese knows who is doing the, even Hanese have come out to tell you that everything that happened in the East is not ESN, it's not IPOB.
You have enough time to analyze this. But one thing I'm going to agree with you is this. I know the federal government are the biggest problem we have. Anything that is happening in Nigeria today, that's why I normally say, if you cannot sort out the head, the body will be in problem. Okay? I understand that, yes, the Igbo people, obviously, I discussed this with someone yesterday evening, you know, that the Nigerian government prefer to die than to allow Igbo man in. But if it's the will of God, Peter Obi will certainly become a president. We know, we understand they don't want you guys to rule, but we should say things how it is. As long as Hope Uzodinma is the governor of this state, whoever that came from anywhere to set the state on fire or whatever that is going on, Hope Uzodinma's name should be carried along. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Alex, please talk to us.
Yes, Mr. Najawash, thank you. It's very rare to see you on this program. I was shocked. I didn't even know you were the one from the beginning. Misima, thank you. First of all, for you, Mr. Collins, you know I used to agree with you a lot, but today, like the CEO already said, you cannot say that Igbo people are better than everybody in Nigeria. Kabuto redetermined on that one. That one is not acceptable. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. In as much as I have a school of thought that supports the agitation of the Biafran people because of the way they've been marginalized by the federal government from 1970 after the Civil War. There is an unwritten agreement within the Kaaba, buried somewhere in the federal capital territory, that no Igbo man must ever become a president. The highest I can give an Igbo man is a Senate president. I'm talking to you from the right source. So, and it has played out over the years. Since then, whenever we have a democracy, the highest they can give you is either a vice president or Senate president. Mr. Tunaja, I don't know why you hate Igbo people or IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu so much. I've seen it a lot of times. I've seen it for a month of Sundays or for donkey times. Whenever you have the slightest opportunity to address anything in the East, you just go on Nnamdi Kanu. You call him a criminal. You call him he did a lot. You join the federal government in their brainwashing game. In this same country, a former governor who stole hundreds of billions of naira that led to people's death, that led to poverty. The guy was released and set free. 80,000 killers, X-Men killers, were recently forgiven, pardoned. They are building houses for them to Nigeria. You will not address that. People that ought to be executed publicly, to serve as a deterrent. We live in a country where criminals walk free the streets. Then freedom fighters are always in prison. Let me remind you, Mr. Tunaja, Denmark broke up from Sweden, if you don't know. Catalonia is still asking to leave from Spain. Pakistan left from India, if you don't know. Asking for one's nation is not a crime. I stand with the Biafran agitation 100%. I'm not an Igbo man. But I do not stand with violence. But the Nigerian federal government, like someone said just now, has capitalized on the problems, on the crisis in the nation, which they also brought about by injecting 6 million killers, X-Men killers, into the nation. How did it all start? Why did Nnamdi Kanu advocate for Eastern Security Network? Did he just say it? Did he say it last 10 years? Did he say it last 9 years or last 15 years? No, it was because the killings nationwide last 3-4 years. You know the truth. Who brought these killers?
Can you hear me, Alex?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I need to quickly let you guys know that I've relieved Iman, okay, so that we can have enough time to talk about this. Because I understand a lot of people want to talk on this, but maybe you might think that your time might be truncated. Don't worry, we are going to have enough time. Talk as you like. Let's talk this once and for all. So Ima is out now. I'm here taking over till we finish this broadcast. So back to you, Mr. Alice.
Yes, thank you very much. Who brought this whole confusion? We have a video going around that because they discovered precious stones allegedly in Stambisa forest, they now unleash terror on the nation where they are looting these things, and what they found is Zamfara. The gold in Zamfara belonged to the Northerners, but the oil in Delta State belonged to Nigeria. This is where the crisis came from. Have you been to some part of the East? There is no federal government presence. There's no federal, if not recently, last 2-3 years, with the likes of Wike and the Ebonyi State governor who are trying to do one or two things for their family, for their children, for their citizens in that state. People don't just wake up and take to arms. What leads to armed struggle? Have you, if we really want peace, we must sit down and negotiate and tell ourselves the truth. Is this how to be a federal government? A federal government that don't care about human beings, that just care about resources. People are hungry, people are starving, there's no good roads, there are no jobs, there's no government welfare, nothing. And you now unleash killers on them on top of that. Come on now. We are human beings. It's a natural law of survival. You must fight back. Did Nnamdi Kanu tell those states to also organize vigilante? Did Nnamdi Kanu tell those in the West to bring about Amotekun? Did Nnamdi Kanu organize the killing at church in Ondo State? Did Nnamdi Kanu kidnap the train going from Abuja to Kaduna? What are we talking about? Is he also responsible for the killing of Deborah? If you want to be honest, Mr. Tunaja, to yourself, remove hatred that you have against Nnamdi Kanu. And I know you hate that guy with all passion, with impunity. You don't care. You don't believe everything the government say, hook, line, and sinker. And I respect you a lot, but I'm surprised you are always on this pole. You have your mind. You are a human being. You should think. Do your research. I cannot be brainwashed. I'm a social scientist. I mean, I do my research. The federal government have left nothing to be desired with the way they treat those in the East. We say Nigeria is called Wazobia. Even if we shouldn't judge a nation by tribe or by whatever, but Igbos have not had a seat at the federal government. So why are they being denied? Are they less Nigerians? These are questions you must ask. Why did you unleash 6 million herders? Handmen with AK-47. AK-47 is not a poor man business. These are politicians' sponsored activities against the nation. This is Buhari way of ruling Nigeria. You will never condemn it. You will never condemn the killing of Deborah. You will never condemn the way they are stealing our money, the way they are, raping our women in the farmlands, killing people, taking over their farmlands. You will never condemn that. A man asking for determination of his own people has become a victim. It's normal. Jesus was killed. So whether they like it or not, Nigerians know the truth. I'm happy for Mr. Peter Obi, Uzodinma, and some few governors like what's it called, Okorocha. They are the ones betraying themselves. They are betraying the Igbo. This is my problem with the Igbo tribe too. They are not united. You know me, I say it how it is. They are not united at all. They cannot stand in one rope. There are always saboteurs among them, which is not so common among,
Mr. Alex, for you, the last word, because I'll be interjecting so that I won't forget. The word unity that you just talk about is the biggest problem within the Easterners, the Igbo people, to be precise. Because for me, I don't go to anybody's platform, but I crawl on social media because I'm a very, very good researcher. I move around and I have my team as well. I see articles, I see videos, I see so many things. But what baffles me a lot is that more of these social media platforms, I see some Igbo people there rejecting Peter Obi. I will say, wow, what is happening here? Because when I talk about this, people say, no, Peter Obi is not coming to become a Igbo president. He's coming to become a Nigerian president. That's fact. That's true. But Peter Obi doesn't have anything to hold against this man. So why is it that you see an Igbo man coming on YouTube be fighting against Peter Obi? That's where the unison came on.
Can I answer that, Mr. Nejawash? Tinubu and Atiku, they are very good craftsmen. They are very good craftsmen. You know, people gave money to Jesus, to Judas, to betray Jesus with a kiss. They penetrate people. Monies have gone round. And an average Igbo man, I'm sorry to say this, is just the naked truth, cannot resist certain amount of money. People have their prices, not me. So Igbo people, for me, not all, many of them can stand. Averagely, if you count 100 people, like 40 can betray you when it comes to money. Money and power. I will make you Igwe, I will make you governor, I'll make you senator, I'll give you the oil contract. Betray your brother. Your name is Chibuzo. Betray Nnamdi Kanu. Say he's a criminal. Say, that is what they are doing from Abuja. They plug pipelines into the east and some governors.
You mentioned my name. I wasn't there.
I'm sorry. I was just talking.
Angry with you. I'm angry with you. I will be back for you. Thank you.
Okay, it could have been Najawa's name if he was Igbo. I was just talking. So it's just a common analysis. We know the truth. Nnamdi Kanu did nothing. He only asked people to defend themselves. Maybe he went about it in the wrong way, but the Igbos should come together. You'll be fighting for your own nation. I respect that right. I respect the right. I'm a social science student, so I understand. People have rights. In fact, Nigeria is an expired medicine. Since 1914, according to international charter, once a nation has lived together for 100 years, that's 2014. They can renegotiate their staying together. This is how Denmark and Sweden splitted, and they are still friends. This is how Pakistan left from India, and they are still friends. South Sudan may be having crisis. They are fighting, but they've left themselves, Sudan and South Sudan. So Biafrans are not the first to say they want to leave. I will thank their boldness. I love to teach on that subject matter. But my problem with the Igbos is the unity, is the greediness, is the sabotage, is the betrayal. A time will come, you will find out that the few people who led the Fulani government to arrest Nnamdi Kanu are from the Igbo tribe. I've got it, but I would say allegedly, because we cannot prove it now. We have those materials. Let me round up with this. Gentlemen and ladies, Peter Obi is our watchword for now. Let's not fight ourselves. Thank God we are straightening our things. Mr. Tunaja, no need for the hate. The world knows the truth. Everybody knows the truth. People have been killing people. How many of the killers have been brought to book? Evans, the kidnapper, was quickly arrested, tried, and sentenced. How many of the Boko Haram, even the Boko Haram killers, the bombers, the rapists, massacre people, Lekki Toget killers, they are all giving houses. They are all giving pardon. They are all moving around the country freely. So who is not fooling who? Where are the kidnappers of the Abuja Kaduna train? But you can go to Kenya to go and kidnap somebody. So the federal government is the killer. The federal government is the kidnapper. They are the rapists. It's their way. I mean, I will call the names. President BUHARI, Osinbajo, the ministers, the senators, they are the ones killing Nigerians, raping Nigerians. They are the ones raping Nigerians. How can strangers come from Niger Republic or from Cotonou to come and kidnap a whole railway line? Come on, railway line, a whole line. Come on now, guys. In a nation, in a sovereign nation, around the capital city, not far from there in the north. And we have fighter jets, we have intelligence group, we have DSS, we have SSS, we have whatever. We have the largest infantry in the whole of Africa, arguably. And for months, ransom were being paid. And the federal government said they don't know about it, that they are investigating. Federal security maximum prison was broken, was bombarded. They close to the president's office. Till today, we don't know those that did it. No, we don't know. But your first lady can go and arrest a little boy who tweeted something online. You see the rascality, the power drunkenness. So your federal government should be getting all the backlash, Mr. Tunaja, not Nnamdi Kanu. So thank you.
Thank you, Alice. I just put this picture on the screen right now. These are the people we should look out for. You know, you see that evil smile from Hope Uzodinma. Our principal must be careful with people like this. I understand it's coming to become a president of everyone. Trust me, I want God to protect this man for us. Because this is, apart from God, this is my only hope right now. To be honest, as a Nigerian, Is my only hope. I don't have any other hope. Apart from God is the only hope right now. If we miss this, this is not a joke. Every one of us will suffer for the next 8 years, if not the next 16 years. To see an Igbo man will join any kind of broadcast, scandalizing, destroying Peter Obi. I don't know what you want then. Like my brother Alex just said, 40%. I think you might be wrong with that statistic, maybe more. Of an Igbo man will take money to betray his own brother. This is wrong. You want Biafra. All these years, Biafra war have been going on, directly or indirectly. You never forget them. Now, this is the quickest, for the first time in decades or forever, Igbo man is about to become a president. Then you see a broadcast where an Igbo man is destroying Peter Obi. Sometimes I will be shocked. Say, God, I'm an Edo man. I'm doing this job for this man to become a president. Nobody's paying me for this. I've never talked with Peter Obi one day. Maybe some of you think, oh, Peter Obi paid these people. They come at every. Nobody. Because when I see what is good, I'll recognize it. Hope Uzodinma and the satanic leaders that have been ruling us, still ruling us, they are part of the problems that we all are facing today. We should say it how it is. We shouldn't be sentimental when we are giving our deliveries. Say it how it is. I understand. That's why you see that statement I put there. Don't tell me what I know. This government have vowed for Igbo man never to become a president in Nigeria. We are about to break the yoke. The yoke must be broken with unison. But without the unity, how do you want us to break it? That means that statement that I have rejected, I've rebuked, I've forbidden. If we don't have the spirit of unison, that statement will continue to exist. This is the time to break that statement. Igbo man cannot become a president. Let's break it together. Let's move on to the next person. I guess the next person is Shibuzo Adi. Mr. Shibuzo, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, how are you, man? I can. Yeah, I just good morning, Mr. Niger Watch. Good day, everybody listening. Every panelist in the comments below. I just want to just interrupt a little bit on what the last speaker said. You know, one thing I want to correct him a little bit is just because the Igbos, there is, and Mr. Niger Watch, I want to put it to you also, do some certain research and go further about this very comment, because a lot of us have been naive, lack of understanding. We don't even know exactly what the Nigerian Constitution said about the Southeast after beginning of the Civil War and after the Civil War. So a lot of us does not know exactly what happened during that moment. Even during the time the Biafran surrendered to Nigeria, there was an agreement, and those agreement was packaged, and within that very agreement that was stated, nobody knows what those agreements contained. And because of that, a lot of us have been jumping up and down, not knowing exactly what that agreement said. Just like the last speaker said, there was a section in that constitution said that no Igbo man should rise to power. It's written in the Constitution of Nigeria, and our representatives, they are not aware of all these things, and they are not advocating for it. They are not trying to dissemble it. What they are going there is just to go for OES members for the sake of money and their own pocket. So this is where a lot of us does not understand the system of this so-called Nigeria. When Philip Effiam surrendered to Obasanjo and Gowon, there is a particular grammar he used there. He said, Biafra is here to freeze to exist. And that freezing to exist, meaning that as time goes on, if things did not go well, that freezing can defroze. And when it defroze, we have to go back in time. So there is a lot of things that Igbo people does not know about Nigerian constitution. No Igbo man should rise to power. And that is why you see most of them are very confident that P2B will not win. And that is not the case. That constitution need to rewrite, need to expose, need to review. Because now every Nigeria are not looking into that constitution. What they are looking is who's gonna take them to the promised land they will hope for. Even though they didn't get there, but at least to the middle of the road, another person can drive this thing. So we are a little bit naive on those kind of story. Igbo people are clamoring for what they call it.
Mr. Chibuzo, how real is that, by the way? Because I think if that is the case, it would have been brought to the public knowledge a long time ago.
I don't think it's in the constitution. It's an unwritten cabal postulation. It's an agreement. Yes, it's right.
Okay. Let me just clear you right now. There is a particular section in Constitution that said that all the whole section of the country should be developed, apart from a certain section of that country. It's written in the Constitution.
We would like to see that,
and that is why, that is why
I don't believe on assumption.
Mr. Niger Watch. That's why I said I put it to you to do that research.
Yeah, but because that means you said there is part of the session.
It's you that will do that research. It's you.
Exactly. You want me to go read the whole book?
Yes. Because I had it from Shehu. Shehu was interviewing a particular politician, and that session was mentioned. So, but that is what I'm trying to let you know. If you want to understand what I'm saying, go back to the surrendering. During the time Biafra surrendered to the Nigerian, there is a clause. Is there anybody that told you about that clause?
Why Nigeria to be changed, right?
No, definitely. If P2B go there, all those things will be rewritten. Everything will be changed. That one, I guarantee you for that. No. He will do that because those are the things that is setting us back. And that is why you see Tinubu today, he's pumping about and saying, no, I develop Lagos, I do this. Because most of the federal contract goes to Lagos. Every federal contract, they will grab it and go to Lagos. Every federal contract, they will grab it and go to Lagos. When you mention about Southeast, they will decline. And that is why Amechi was telling you in a particular interview, he said that they hate you, they hate me. Why did he say so? He is the Minister of Transportation. They give him money to build railway, and they section him and tell him, don't build any railway that can connect to Southeast. So that is why, what's the name? Amechi was saying that. And that man was asking him, if it's so, Southeast and the North Central, are they not Nigeria? He couldn't answer that question, and nobody could have would want to answer that question. There is a clause. A lot of us does not know about this very Nigeria, that we are calling one Nigeria.
Until we can find that and read it out here.
No, that is true. Yeah, if you do more research, that will give you more clue and more idea on what I'm just saying.
That before, I will do research.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if you want to know more about it, go for that Biafran and Nigerian Biafran surrender to Biafra. Don't forget that in a war, before any particular section surrender, there will be a clause, isn't it? There will be a clause that will make both of them agree. Isn't it?
We shouldn't emphasize on something that is only based on
no, it's not an assumption. I read it. It's an internet.
But at this particular moment, we don't have the fact, do we?
Okay, fine. But I just give you the highlight. Anybody can do research and know what I'm talking about. So, and that is why this thing is playing on the Southeast. Whenever Southeast want to rise to power, they try to bring them down. Whenever they want to rise to power, they bring them down. But all this position now is going to change because Nigerians have wisen up. Both those people who were supporting the old guard and those people who were not supporting, they have gang up and understand that, no, this is not the kind of Nigeria that we need. We need a prosperous Nigeria. We don't need all these backward people who does not think from their brain. They think from their behind. and they don't want to move this country forward because of their selfish interest. And that is why you see Nigeria are playing the way it's playing today. Everybody who benefits from the current government, they are supporting the current government because that is what they want. They don't want other people to, benefit from the whole section of the country so that this country can move forward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I would like us to move on to the next person right now, which Mr. Pansad, I would have loved you to talk to us, but where you are, I'm not sure the noise will allow that, except maybe you are already in a noiseless environment now.
Yeah, I'm home now.
Okay, wonderful. Talk to us, sir. Good morning to you.
All right, thank you very much. I would there's an article I'm gonna post on the private chat that I would like you to read from later on, or at the conclusion of my remarks. I'll post the link now here for you. Okay. But I do disagree with the last speaker. Even though what he's alluding to is an unwritten rule, there's nothing like that in our constitution. That would have been a travesty, even though the spirit is there in one way or the other. But let me begin by saying hello to everybody here on the panel, and Mr. Niger Watch Elvis. You are the kind of person that I respect. I'm very picky. I probably haven't uttered those words in many years. You're fair. You truly want Nigeria to do very well. And first of all, you're just a guy who believes in what is true, what is false. And you want the best, period, based on that. So let me say to everybody who's listening to us, ever since Igbo people have been cohabiting and doing their business with other Nigerians, wherever any Nigerian is, they've been doing so peacefully and developing those areas they find themselves in: commerce, industry, and infrastructure. Ndị Igbo do not have the born to rule mentality or that kind of syndrome. Ndị Igbo are not known to import their foreign kith and kin to invade indigenous ancestral domains of Nigerians, to dispossess, maim, rape, and kill the real citizens of those crevices of our country. Ndị Igbo have never trespassed on other people's ancestral territories. Never. Igbo people have never invaded other people's farmland in their ancestral lands with their cows and their animals. Igbo didn't create Boko Haram and bandit terrorists currently plaguing Nigeria. These terrorists are not from the Igbo people. Igbo people have never usurped power to govern by force of arms anywhere. Igbo people did not create the present states that we have in Nigeria, where people are separated from their kith and kin, creating minorities in many enclaves. Igbo people are not responsible for marginalization of others, exclusion of sections of the country from governance or key positions, like those who cry about that in the north, Christians. Igbo people did not formulate the quota system that cheats many other tribes. Igbo people have never forced or forced other people to have religious beliefs that are alien to their own people. Igbo people are not known for expansionist agenda. Igbos are Republican, nationalistic, pan-Nigerian, pan-African, unlike probably most other tribes in Nigeria. Igbo people are not against restructuring of Nigeria to what was originally envisioned by our founding fathers. The list goes on and on. Igbo people take Ghana as their brothers, South Africans. If Nelson Mandela is hurting today, we're hurting. We'll sing songs. I will want him out. Igbo people are not the problem of Nigeria. They are very, very pro-African. How many people can say that? So what first of all, let me say to those who there are a lot of minorities in Nigeria. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of minorities, and they all want to compete with the Igbo people. Now, this is not a good conversation to have at Niger Watch, which is a lone platform for us to pick a good person to rule the country with the backing of the youth, progressive Nigerians, educated Nigerians, so we could come up and really rise up to where we belong. It's not a place for this, but if you're going to have this conversation about Igbo, people talking nonsense all the time, you're going to have to be ready for some uncomfortable truths. Are you ready? Do you know how many Igbos there are? You're always running your mouth about Igbo this, Igbo this. Igbo people are Africans, Republican. Most of them are traders. They don't care about government or whatever the government is doing. They're doing their trade and trying to improve wherever they live, save money, send their kids to school. They're like you, 90%. Are there saints? No. There are some of us, such as myself, who believe that we need to deal with our enemies. Our enemies are not Africans. They're not Nigerians. We need to belong at the top with Britain, with the United States, and compete and defeat them and beat them in whatever they're doing. Our people deserve the best. We're just as good as them or better. Our problem is not the Fulani. Without Britain, the Fulani, they make nothing. They have no patents. They have won no Nobel laureates. I said, they're stupid. Because if they were Africans, they would be like, hey, how do we get better? Why should Igbo man be the Fulani's problem? When I was growing up, we loved the Fulanis. They're beautiful people. They were basically begging. Even though we've just finished the war, we don't look at them as other. We're all Africans. Look at our people in the Congo, in the South Africa, everywhere. We're victims. So why should the Igbo man be your problem? Yeah, it's like somebody here. I heard Elvis for the first time say something I disagree with him on. If you see Okorocha or Ojus or Carlo or some others, I can't name them all. Are those Igbo men? No, those are Nigerian elite idiots taking advantage of everybody.
What about Hope Uzodimma, sir?
Pardon?
Hope Uzodimma.
Yes, Hope Uzodimma.
He's an Igbo man?
He's not an Igbo man. He's a sellout. He's a self-interested individual who was put in there by the Supreme. Hope Uzodimma can never win an election in even Imo State, which is a state that's lost its way for one thing. But he could still not win the election over there. He came fourth, not first, not second, not third, fourth. But these people know what they're doing. Well, first of all, Mr. Niger Watch, you were there when Mr. Onagen was removed illegally by Buhari, right? Didn't go to the Senate that is you're supposed to have not just a majority in the Senate, but a super majority. And in the House before you can remove a Chief Justice. But this Buhari just removed him from office. So the courts are useless. None of the institutions are working. Hope Uzodimma cannot walk the streets of Imo State. He's not an Igbo man. For Mr. Niger Watch, let me tell you something. When somebody tells the truth here, they're gonna come off as trying to boast or you're Igbo. That's why he's saying that. But think about it. The politics of the Igbo man since 1960. You have to understand that the Igbo man brought independence to Nigeria. Sure, with the help of others, but the Igbos brought independence, removed the Britain from. This is where the Hausas were protesting that they're not ready. Nnamdi Nnamdi Azikiwe, with the help of others, brought independence to our country. But since then, during the war, everything we're crying about now, whether you're in the Benue State, first of all, Nigerians have no shame. You're wrong. You trusted the Muslims of the North to be your people, and you fought against your people, Igbos, for a 3-year brutal war. Why were they fighting? Because a few soldiers, Nigerian soldiers, went and committed atrocities, killed some people in the north, some people in Yoruba, some people in the south. These soldiers did something wrong. But that's not the Igbo civilians in the north, in the south, in the west doing business. These people have nothing to do with these military officers. But there was a genocide as a reprisal against them, and a lot of our people were killed. It's just like if soldiers right now go and do a lot of things, which they do. The one that I've been, the cause I've been really concerned about is with Shia of Zaria, where the Nigerian soldiers, when they massacred over 1,000 people. Do I like the Shias? No, I don't. But should somebody go there and massacre them? No. Especially get away with it. No, they will never get away with it as far as I'm alive. You kill 1,000 people. So now, should we just condemn everybody from Kaduna or from the north in general, because soldiers who are mostly Muslims and mostly Northerners? That's the exact same thing, or even worse. So you're disrespecting Igbos, talking nonsense everywhere. Africans have no shame. You cannot write off Igbos in Nigeria. That's a huge problem. I'm telling you something. Let me tell you something that's going to shock you. There are probably more Igbos than all other Nigerians combined. Get that through your head today. So, there are a lot of Igbos. You don't think Fulanese or Hausas are going to do a census and report the correct number of Igbos. No, it's like doing a platform. You do a platform and you exclude Igbos and see what happens. So observationally, how many Hausas do you see in a restaurant? How many Fulanis do you see in a restaurant? Anywhere in the world. On a platform. Come on. So, but that's not what I'm about to talk about. What I'm trying to say to you is that we have enemies. I see two Nigeria all the time talking about Africans. You want to be Pan-African. I'm a Pan-African. How are we going to be Pan-African unless we do exactly what Nigeria Watch is doing here, which is the truth, scientific truth, and going beyond that and go to what is good and what is evil. You condemn what is evil. You support what is good. True and false. You support what is true and condemn what is false. That is the only way to do it. Right and wrong. If you come out here and you look, I posted an article for you. Now, the reason why I posted an article, I really want you to read a little bit of it. If you can, Elvis, because this article was written by Mr. Sanusi Lamido Samnusi. He used to be a mayor of Kanu. Now, a mayor, Sanusi, was a very smart guy. He was like a spy in Lagos for a very long time. Very smart. He did something. He wrote an article that is so sensible and appropriate, but he didn't know he's going to be what he is today when he wrote that article, because he's like the brain of the North. So in that article, he was elucidating that the Yorubas are the problem of Nigeria, because he was based there. He studied Igbos, he studied every ethnic group in Nigeria. And in that article, he talks about the war, what the Yorubas are doing after the war. Okay? And that's what we're suffering today. Now, when you tell the truth, you're going to look like you're bashing your ethnic. You're talking about the Yorubas. But the Yorubas are the problem. Do the Northerners like them? No. The Northerners don't like them. And Sanusi tells you right there why. I want you to read. Most people have read this article. It's known all over. So I am recommending that this article should be treated so you could see, because this article was written in the 90s and it's telling you what's happening today.
Yeah, it was written 1995, but the truth of the matter is that the article is right here with me. I'm going through it right now. At the same time, I'm also going through the Nigerian Constitution 1999. But that article which you shared, sir, that particular article is from a blog. You see, we have a blog as well, but a blog cannot be rated as classified platform because it's owned by individualisms. You know, if, for example, it was this article was coming from a mainstream media, although I know a mainstream media cannot present everything because they are biased, but this is just from a single person. I read everything here, and the person was just although tagged Sanusi and all that, but how can we take this article to be classified? That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, it's on every major publication. I just posted I posted another
Yeah,
one.
if that's good. If you can forward any link from a major publication, sir, because this one now I don't want to mention the name of the blog because I don't want to promote.
No, it's okay.
Here. It's just a blog, so which a blog can be opened by anybody and you know, written by anybody. So.
No, you can also Google it. It's on all.
Although everything here makes a lot of sense to me, but I just wish it's from a classified information.
No, I understand.
Platform.
Okay, we'll deal with it. As a matter of fact, I welcome for it to be publicized that we're gonna deal with this article. And
wonderful.
Then
yes, that would be good.
Invite everybody to come and let's talk about it from Yoruba, from Igbos, because Sanusi Lamido really did something very interesting in that article because it is prophetic. It's way back in the 90s. I posted another one from Netherlands, another link. But if you Google it, you're going to find 1,000 links to even major mainstream media. Because
can I add something to that?
Yeah.
I think get much weight to people's opinions. You have to follow what people actually did. And in reality, we are all culprits in this mess. And it's not one group. Every group has their questions to answer. So nobody is exonerating any group here. The Yorubas have their role to play. The Hausas have their role to. The Northerners have their role to play. The Southeasterners have their role to play. The South have their role to play. So the mess is ours to bear. But when I call things out, I'm calling it out for what it is. I don't care where the person is from. Because this is about the country that we are in, and it's the club we all belong to. If we willfully try to blind ourselves to the truth, my God help us. How can you pretend?
But why do you select crimes that you call out? Why not call out the killings?
I call all of them out. I call all of them
out.
No,
you don't. I've never seen you mention Deborah here, my brother. I've never seen this.
That's false. You know, for a
I do that all the time.
You select things. I mean, for like 24 months now, I've been very, very, I've been watching you closely, my dear brother. You select crimes.
You're just
I'm not. I'm just being realistic. You are very biased, and you know it. You hate Nnamdi Kanu, and you hate those in the East. Say it. Don't be afraid, be a man.
No. Don't use that word, brother. Don't use that word.
Hold on. Don't.
Unless, Mr. Natawash, you get the way we unless they talk sometimes. I know they like her. Don't incite people against people, brother. Stop doing that.
I'm not doing that. I'm saying the truth. Okay, I refrain my word on that. But you know I'm saying the truth about that guy.
You always say that they hate some part of people.
You cannot accuse.
Don't incite people against people, brother. Stop that.
I'm not doing that, my brother. Is the truth hurting you? The truth is burning you, right? It's burning you too. Put yourself in the fire.
Okay, hold on.
Tunega is very biased. He's very biased. Once a year, Nnamdi Kanu, he goes haywire. He goes ballistic. He will not look at the wickedness that the Northerners are doing.
That's not his opinion, right?
Yes, but what about the other crime? What about the other crime? Is that not my opinion? The killings by the Northerners. Is that not my opinion? The killing of church members in the West. Is that my opinion? The kidnapping of the train. Is that an opinion?
Bro, it's not even your time. You are interjecting people.
All right, hold
You
on.
too, brother. You too.
You are interjecting people. Stay.
Okay,
Wait, let
both of
it
you-
your time
okay.
before you interject.
Brother Nice, please mute yourself. My brother Alex,
Yeah.
please mute yourself. And to Niger, please. I'm not sure if that was your tone, because you wanted to quickly add something and you started talking. Please hold on to Niger. I'll come back to you. Let me go to Pharaoh the Great. Pharaoh the Great, please talk to us. Good evening. Good morning to you from here.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Talk to us.
Yeah, from beginning, Hope Uzodinma is a killer. He's a criminal.
Oh,
he's a killer.
okay.
And he's a banditry.
Where are you joining us from, sir? Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Quito. I'm coming back to Nigeria next week.
Okay,
Quito,
sorry. Where are you from in Nigeria? Sorry to ask that.
I'm from Anambra State. I'm from Anambra.
From Anambra State. Okay, go ahead. Talk to us.
Even my past governor, Obiano Saifon Anambra State money. Is both of us from the same Anambra. He's a criminal too. Obiano, he build warehouse for Anambra people, say he build airports. So, number one thing, Hope is a criminal. Hope is a killer. I will say it. Because any person that's killing his people, in terms of using thug, and he's so openness, if Nigeria is very intelligent to investigate Hope and they are making Hediora, these two people, they are not caring what's happening in Imo State, because they have turned Oru zone as a war zone, as a killer zone, as a war field, like between America and Japan in 1945. So there's no thing to hide the truth. I don't support Hope. He's an evil man. That's number one thing. Because if the truth and sincerity that Hope loved Imo State, he loved his people, as a son of the soil, Hope is supposed to resign. What happened in Imo State? But because of this, you see, because of this black mind, I keep on saying it. We the black people, naturally, we are wicked human beings. Naturally, black people are wicked. Check every part of the world. Black people are wicked. I have studied all the Nigerian leaders, studied all the German leaders, studied all the Western leaders. Even if anything happen, if their unrest is too much, the government or the president will resign. But in terms of African leaders, it's different, especially Nigerian. Tell me any such thing can happen, the governor will stay in the office. And the House of the Imo State House of Assembly are watching this man. What is the purpose of this House of Assembly? Why can't they pitch this man out? See, I want to tell Nigerians, let us not hide away from the truth. There's no how outsider we invaded your land without your community people involved. Let me tell you, for instance, in my community, Omambara, which is Annam, I'm from Annam in Anambra State. When these people fully invaded our community and we rose up, so this thing does not happen, does not exist. And when we rose up against these Fulani people, because when you enter Annam community, to escape is very hard for you. There's federal road, the road are moving. We are waterway, we are riverine people in Anambra. We are riverine people. When they cross that Omambara bridge, we get us. So, when we task these people, and they tell us these people, they are kinsmen. Our kinsmen collected money from their Raji to grace. So, some of us that crying here for me invaded your camp, you invaded your town. Ask your kinsmen question. Some of them are behind what is happening in your community. Every south and southeast state, ask your community question. Your secretary, your PG, your king questions. They are involved. Because they are collecting money from these people. I remember when I was in Bayelsa State at the Babiri local government. When the Fulani come to that community, the first one, they invaded the community, they destroyed farmland. But the second one, the community resist these people. How they resist these people? They refuse their money. because Fulani come with a big bag, and our people love big bag. And the agreement that reaching there is what? Go to the bush and graze, and the Fulani doesn't get, some of these Fulani boys doesn't get sense. Go to bush and graze, they will destroy the farm, graze both the yam, the cassava, the potato, the pepper, everything destroy. Then the farmers will react. So some of us are crying, oh, Oga, investigate your community people, investigate your casemen, investigate them very well. Stop crying. When you investigate them very well, you know what is happening in your community. So that's where I will drop this climate case. Let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, you see this, we black people, we African leaders, okay, we are wicked.
All right.
We are naturally wicked. I have seen it, I have studied it, I have looked at it.
Pharaoh. Thank you so much,
See?
Pharaoh. You know, let me quickly move on. I guess you're done, right? Pharaoh, you're done now, right? Okay, I guess Pharaoh is done. 1 minute, my people.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. Somebody who stated earlier on that I can't remember. I think that was Mr. Shibuzo Adi, you know, if I'm correct, who said the Igbo man, whatever, he can't become a president and all that. We are here. 1999 Constitution is right here on your screen. You know, many of us are educated. We are good researcher. We can go anywhere as long as we have the heading and quickly bring it to your screen to let you know the fact of what is going on constitutionally. You know, assumptions are different from facts. You know, constitution is constitution. You know, as long as it's constitution, you cannot deprive anyone out of it. You can see right there is on the screen. I'm just going to quickly read some parts. Chapter, you can see the chapter there. The executive, you know, part 1, federal executive, the president of the federation. What you need to become a president in Nigeria, which we all are fighting for right now for Mr. Peter Obi, there shall be for the federation a president. The president shall be the head of state, the chief executive of the federation, and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the federation. A person shall be qualified, and this area now I need to, a person shall be qualified for election to office of the president if A, this one is section 131, 131A. A, he is a citizen of Nigeria by birth, right? Mr. Peter Obi is a citizen of Nigeria to the best of my knowledge. He passed that part. B, he has attained the age of 40 years. Mr. Peter Obi is above 40 years. He passed that. C, he is a member of a political party and is sponsored by that political party. And, okay, Mr. Peter Obi is a member of a political party which we all know as LP, Labour Party, right? D, he has been educated up to at least school certificate level or its equivalent. Mr. Peter Obi is above all this, right? 32, you know, an election to office of president shall be held on a date to be appointed by the Independent National Electoral Commission. 2, an election to the said office shall be held on a date not earlier than 60 days and not later than 30 days before the expiration of the term of office of the last holder of that office. What we are looking for here is who, if ethnicity or whatever, is not here, because I've scanned through before even bringing it here. I can't read everything, but I cannot see anywhere they put Igbo man cannot be a president. It's just
Mr. Niger Watch.
Okay.
There is no reason to. I'm happy you're doing this, but there is no need for that. There is nothing like that in a constitution.
No, somebody asked me, sir, to go do my research, and I'm already doing my work.
I appreciate that.
Mr. Najawat,
yes.
Mr. Najawat, sorry to interfere. What I'm trying to tell you is these are those professionalism we're talking about. Written professional. But now there is a doing professional. Kwankwaso have said it. You see when Kwankwaso mentioned it that Igbo men are not good in presidency.
Yes, I know. That's just an
because
constitutionally. Peter Obi, remember Peter Obi before he became the governor of Anambra State? He was denied. He took them to court and he won. He became the governor. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that is true. Because
so
that
he
is in
followed the same constitution that some of us are disregarding now. If you know your right, you might be denied, but take them to court. For me, if Peter Obi win this presidency by God's grace, which I know is certainly going to win, if they deny him, Peter Obi will take them to court.
Yeah, no, Mr. Najano, what I'm trying to say is that was the old guard illustration. This is an old guard mind. This was what happened in the late 60s and the early 70s.
But this one is 1999 constitution.
Right, that is why
whatever that happened before.
You asked me a question here. I said that if Obi managed to enter power, all those accessories need to disassemble. They have to dismantle them. There's a lot of things in that constitution.
Hold on. Sir, hold on, please. Mr. Niger Watch is right. He's actually gone the extra mile to pull the constitution. I understand what you're saying. There are a lot of ignorant. I mean, Mr. Kwakwan, so that's his opinion. That doesn't mean anything. Right?
Exactly.
Nigeria is progress.
They can
so
let
me land because I have a lot of things I said that I want to land. I'll take like 2 minutes to land. This one right here.
And you get to say quite a lot, actually. Nobody, I didn't even.
I did one Niger, two Niger. I'm sorry. Let me land, and then I'll hand it over to Elvis and him.
Sir, before you land,
yes, sir.
Because I need to take this constitution off screen. Do we all agree now that there is nowhere written on this constitution that Igbo man cannot become a president?
Yes, Najawat, can I reply on that?
Before you even brought the constitution.
No, please, no, hold on. Mr. Pansad is talking. Alex, please don't lose what you wanted to say. Bullet point it down. Mr. Pansad, please go ahead. 2 minutes. I'm taking this off since we all have agreed. That
I'm going to reply you on that.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead. Reply me on that, Alex.
By the grace of God, I read politics proper for 4 years, and I'm doing my master's now. My professors along the line have all told me the same thing, that there is an unwritten agreement bottled up and buried in the presidential villa that the Easterner can never be a president. It's an unwritten. With the body language of the politics over the years, you can see, but it can be broken now.
Exactly.
Obi is breaking it now. That's the point.
Written is not part of this constitution. I believe so much my principal will break the yoke.
Yes, I believe that too. I believe so
much in him. We shouldn't waste our time on those unwritten, invisible, whatever. This one might be my concern. Nigeria constitution is right here on the screen. Everybody have it. I read it all the time. I know what I'm saying. Peter Obi, if he wins and they deny him, he will take them to court. That's it. Go ahead, Mr. Pansa. 2 minutes, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Najawash, please. Is this Nigeria constitution or 1999 constitution? Because you people say 1999 constitutions. Was Nigeria formed in 1999?
No, amended. This one is amended, sir. It's amended. So that's why.
This is the ongoing constitution right
here.
The
ongoing, amended. 1999 constitution amended. So we have to. This is what is taking Nigeria to where we don't know now.
Right. This is one everybody's running for office based on this constitution. We're Nigerians based on this constitution.
Go ahead, sir. 2 minutes, sir. Your 2 minutes start now.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Niger Watch, is a very good thing that you brought this here to dispel. As far as a written constitution is concerned, there's nothing like that on the constitution. But also the gentleman It's got a point. There is some vestiges of, what it's saying is in the psyche of so many people. But anyway, to conclude what I was saying, there has never been, in fact, there is no known particular dispute between Ndibo and the Fulanese as a tribe that warrants us to be bantering back and forth between the two ethnic groups, right? Igbos and Fulanese alone does not constitute the present day Nigeria as we have it today. So it's not about Igbos and the Fulanese, because why don't we look at what is it? I mean, if you go to Benue Plateau, you talk to Governor Autumn, he's going to tell you the Fulanese are his problem. If you go to Oduduwa Republic and you look at Igboho, he's going to tell you the Fulanese are his problem. It's not the Igbos. Have nothing to do with us. So, and other areas, forget about looking at the northern Muslim as a whole, with the Boko Haram, the people in the east, eastern part of northern Nigeria, northeast. So it's kind of in vogue to be talking about Igbos all the time. Prior to independence of Nigeria, the Igbos were pan-Nigerian, pan-African, nationalistic, cosmopolitan, and republican in nature. They are gracious, kind, magnanimous, encouraging, and support the right of all Nigerians to be one. The great Zik is known as the Zik of Africa. It's not Zik of Igbo or Zik of even Nigeria. There's no other national leader that has such an icon. So I want us, especially in light of what we're doing here, let me tell you something. The Edos, what you're doing here, you don't know how big it is. Because even though Nigeria is Hausa, Fulani, Igbos, the minorities have played a role in having these three major tribes fight for the soul of the country. And historically, traditionally, these minorities have been jealous of the Igbos and have either supported the Yorubas or they supported the North. Because I don't know what it is. You could say they're jealous or they're afraid of the Igbos. I don't know what it is. But for the first time, the Edos did something that they still don't even know the magnanimity of what they did. Because it's just kind of lay bare so many people who used to rely on those kind of things. By the Edo standing on their own and say, you know what, we're going to do the right thing here. We want this stopped. This country is not just the Igbos and the Yorubas and the Hausas. Your position is that's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here otherwise or any forum talking. But because I have 2 minutes, let me just conclude by saying something I want to say to the Igbos themselves, our people. And I hope somebody like Simon Ekpai listening to me, because he called in on a program and I got on that program to make sure he's not disrespected, right? And I supported him. I said, hey, look, you haven't said anything wrong here. You are fighting for your right to lead your people.
Okay. Mr. Pansat.
Yeah. I'm concluding by saying, if we're going to emancipate ourselves, we're gonna need overwhelming force. That's what I'm gonna support. If there's a chance that Nigeria is going to get it right, that's what I'm gonna support. After that, I'm giving our country 1 year, 2023. If they are bent on killing our people, continue killing our people, or disrespecting us, even just that, we are going to need overwhelming force. We don't, Simon, but you don't have overwhelming force. We're going to need overwhelming force, and we're going to defeat them. So that's the point. That's it, Mr. Niger Watch. I am pledging to you today. You have my 100% effort in trying to get our country right. I'm a Pan-Africanist. Nigeria is not enough. We need the entire Africa or South West Africa to progress. So our people don't starve. So if that's not going to happen, we're going to come with overwhelming force, and we can do it. We're going to defeat everybody who wants to relegate the Igbos, because we are a big tribe. Get that through your head today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pansat. To be honest, nothing is working in Nigeria. We all are fighting same cause here. Nothing is working. It doesn't matter if you are Igbo, Yoruba, Edo, Bini, Hausa, whatever. Nothing is working. We all are divided. Few people are enjoying the resources of Nigeria, while many multitudes are suffering. So that's why we're doing what we're doing today, so that we can have that love for ourselves. We don't really love ourselves like that. It's just few of us that care for ourselves. Peter Obi or never. Yes, Peter Obi or never. You people, it go surprise you now. Many eyes go clear. By February, say they rob Peter Obi. You will see what Nigerians will do. Is Peter Obi or never? Thank you very much. Everybody have contributed. I'm going to go around again. I'm going to go around again for a 2 minutes round, starting with Brother Nice. Brother Nice, then go to Niger. Brother Nice, please use your 2 minutes now.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Niger Wash. Yeah, we have a lot of discussion today, and yeah, it was great. And thank you for intervene to this broadcast and make it the way it is. I want to use this opportunity to speak to Brother Alex. Brother Alex, I would like you to understand that this place, we came here to fight for the same cause. Nobody is hating on any other tribe in this place. So all those your statement that you always try to incite people against people, you have to try to avoid it. You understand? Don't call people out and say this tribe, this man hates. Why did you hate this tribe so much? All those kind of statements makes people to have a hatred on such person. So you try to avoid it and make your submission straight. Don't attack people whenever people are making their submission. People are here to speak, and the right things that they have spoken, take it and add it to your own knowledge. That is how it is. But if you want to turn it to a war, it's not right. People are listening to us. People are learning from what we are saying here. But talking direct to people, trying to incite people against people, that this person hates this tribe so much, that statement is wrong. You try to avoid it. And I know you are a learned person. So we learn from you from here. So that is the message I want to send to you, Mr. Allen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Nice. You use your 2 minutes to talk to your brother Alex. Okay, we'll see if he's going to use his own 2 minutes to talk to you as well. So let's move on to Niger. To Niger, please use your 2 minutes now.
Yeah, thank you. I personally, I really hope people have to self-reflect now and again and ask themselves questions: how and why they believe some of the things they do. What evidence have they got for what they believe in? Is it based on what's hearsay and stuff like that? We have to ground ourselves quite often and question what we know, because this thing where some people just make flippant statements like, oh, we are the largest population in there, when there is no evidence backing it up. We talk about, one of the easiest ways to ask yourself is, how many children do you have? How many children does an average northerner have? Because they have multiple wives. You don't ask yourself that, but you just make assertions at a big assertion without any evidence. You know what they say about this in making this in great declarations? You have to have this in a lot of evidence for it too. And what I've said is just basically how people react as if it's not true. They're not. There are a lot of people have been killed in the north every day. We even take it as a given now. When when Nigerian army makes progress and kill a lot of northerners, we say, oh yeah, they are dealing with the insurgency. But there are people, it's people that are dying. Let's not make the mistake. It's people that believe in something that are dying. Just like the people in the southeast believe in something, or the Niger Delta people believe, or the Oduduwa people believe in something. There are people that are dying in the north just like that. But when I say that, this in Kanu supported some things that had led to death, I've seen it with my own eyes. Am I supposed to pretend as if I didn't see it? Is this the world we want to live in? Where people, when you tell people something, they just say it's not real. How is it not real? It happened. We all know it. We pretend just because we are in support of the person, we pretend as if those realities didn't happen. If the realities happen, make your peace with it and figure out a way out of it.
Thank you, Tunaja. Thank you. Thank you. Your 2 minutes don't expire 7 years
My
ago.
2 minutes is very strict though. Pansat goes on for 10 minutes. It's okay.
No, that was when everybody was contributing, This time, don't worry, I'm not gonna let them go more than 2 minutes. Your order expired 7 years ago. Let's move on. Mr. ACBD, now your turn. Now your 2 minutes starts now.
No, thank you so much. But please, I think you might give me just a few, very few, because I think recently I've always been finishing very quick. So, well, the thing is that number one, I think Peter Obi is going to win. And why I say Peter Obi is going to win is because some people don't understand everything we are talking about. It seems we easily don't factor in the external influence. As much as we would like to call ourselves sovereign, independent, and all that, we like all that is true and is good, but there's a huge part of our system that is determined externally, indirectly. So, and that is also one part which I feel like there's a shift. Even if you look at the northern cabal, it's not currently is not the way it has always been, because there is a faction, or it has been kind of split, whereby there is a group now that is trying to, for the interest of keeping the country one, they are trying to see how they can they can break away from the norm of doing things. And that is also, when you see someone like Peter Obi having free access and being invited all over the world, having dinners, he even says it by himself, having dinners with these heads of state from all over the world. What do you think? You think he's just going there to eat dinner and they ask him how is Nigeria and he say fine and he goes home? So that's why I keep telling people that Peter Obi is not a naive politician. People don't want to understand. I keep saying this thing even from the other platform where I was before I concentrated here. I don't know who knows me from there. They will tell me, what are you talking, Peter Obi will fail. But where are we today? It's because I understand these things. There's a way I study this kind of politics and I follow it. And finally, I will just close by saying,
thank you.
Can I close?
Yeah, round up, sir. Round up. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll just close by saying this thing. There's this unwritten, like the brother said, it's unwritten. We know all these things, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be, the normal thing that we know. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's not going to have, the unwritten is unwritten. It's not going to have any effect on our principle. It's not going to have any effect on any kind of manipulation. As long as whatever you are manipulating is not part of the constitution, then you'll be taken to court. That's it. Thank you very much, CCBD. You said it. Mr. Collins, your 2 minutes start. In fact, your 2 minutes don't start in advance already.
Yeah, Mr. Niger, thank you so much. And just that some people took what I said out of proportion. When I said when I debunk what people are saying based on what they are saying, that what is happening in the Southeast is going to stop it to be of winning election. That is what I mean, that people shouldn't be saying such a thing, because it's not going to affect what Peter Obi is doing. Because before Peter Obi came in, things have been happening. So it's not going to stop Peter Obi of achieving his dream of winning the election. So I don't like when people use that narrative or push that narrative. It's not going to stop Peter Obi, because when you see what is happening in the Southeast, people are being welcomed Peter Obi. When things happen, ask the people in the ground, people on ground. That is the people that you need to question for, that people things concerns for. not a politician that's sitting in Abuja don't know what is happening in the Southeast. And another thing again, I said again about Igbo people being better. What I mean better in terms of being unity, as in bringing people together in terms of unity. You understand? Projecting that unity. I don't say maybe in terms of life or financial. No, when I mean unity, presenting that unity. Because when it comes to that unity, I think that we Igbo people project it more than every other people. But in terms of any other thing, I don't want people to give room, Mr. Niger Watch. I don't want people to come here and say that what is happening in the Southeast is going to deprive people of winning election. You know, I don't like it when people try to bring a narrative or push an agenda that will try to, maybe people will say, okay, it's like what is happening in Southeast is going to affect people. I don't want people to start pushing it. And when somebody come here to say it, I don't like it. I always debunk it. I don't like it. Thank you so much.
Sorry, can I say something 15 seconds about that? I didn't say it in the sense that it's going to prevent him. I'm saying it that maybe they are doing it. I said it, but you are misunderstanding it. I said it. Let me finish what I'm saying. You see, even if you don't say what I wanted to say, let me just reply with what I want to reply. You always take it to the extreme. What I'm saying is that they are doing those things to remind people. That's what they are doing. This is the forces that are doing these things. That's what they are doing.
Somebody will buy that.
Another person. It's like what they do to black people. They do that to black people.
You are talking now. This one that is talking now, you will start getting angry.
Hold on now. This is the third time I'm saying something. When black people in America want to run for office, you see how they try to remind people of
you are very funny.
And all those things associated with them. No, it's true. This is what they do. They are trying to raise a kind of a specter of Biafra in this thing.
Then we have to call them. I understand what you're saying.
Mr. Niger, where you there?
You have to hold Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa to be held accountable. Simon Ekpa.
It's not me, man. You don't stop. Alex, stop. But Anes, where you going now?
How many people here admonish Simon Ekpa? How many people here admonish Simon Ekpa?
If you know that they are trying to,
did you condemn Simon Ekpa for what he said last week?
If you know they are trying to raise the Biafra narrative there,
why don't you condemn him?
Why don't you call them out on that? Why do you have to now follow them to
Simon Ekpa was targeting Peter Obi. Did you condemn him? Simon Ekpa was basically targeting Peter Obi. Pansat, Simon Ekpa was targeting Peter Obi. Did any of you condemn him?
Thank you.
You didn't condemn him, did you?
Thank you.
Why are they not using that to judge someone like Tinubu?
You see their hypocrisy.
Platforms are talking about Yoruba Nation on a daily basis on YouTube.
Niger, you've taken somebody else's time now. Record this day or today.
That's hypocrisy. They are not condemning Ekpa.
Please stop unmuting yourself. Please stop unmuting yourself. It's okay now. The reason why I left that, we need this sometimes. We need the argument sometimes. Nobody is a baby here. Sometimes it's needed. As long as they are not insulting themselves, we are here to argue to learn. We are here to argue to know what is actually. It's just like we were arguing about Constitution just now. I visit Constitution. I go carry and come here. Say, oh God, come. They talk about you. We're on a mat, right? So argument like this sometimes, yes, there's no problem about it. That's why we are natural here. Thank you, my people. Let's move on. To Mr. Alex, now your turn is busy, so Mr. Collins don't finish. Mr. Alex, you have your 2 minutes. You don't use 1 minute.
No. I go straight. Mr. Tunaja, I have nothing against you. Let me correct Mr. Brother Nice. I said what I said as a result of the cacophony, of the confused noise making that was on. And I've observed, I've observed Mr. Tunaja over time for a month of Sundays or donkey days that he has been like that. Whenever he hears about IPOB or Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know what he has against them. That's why I said it. I can never be afraid of you, Brother Nice or Tunaja. We are friends here. I have nothing against anybody. So you've always attacked one way or the other. You find you have something against that guy in jail. I don't know if he took something from you. That's by the side. Tunaja, I also expected you to be smarter. You said the military are killing the bandit in the north. Which bandit are they killing? Audio killings? Where are the proof? Which bandit are they killing for the past 7 years? I don't understand. Where were they when a train was kidnapped for 4 months and ransom were paid to the tune of 6 billion naira? Where were the military when Deborah was killed? Which bandit are they killing? They said they've arrested the people that bombarded the federal prison in Abuja, Kuje prison. Where are they? What is the proof? Don't you see our soldiers coming online to make videos that they are resigning, that they are being, there's a lot of corruption in the military, that they are being manipulated? These soldiers are not fighting any bandits. It's a lie. They are lying to you. Where are the proofs? But we are, listen, we are seeing the proof of the killer Fulani herdsmen in the south. We are seeing the proof of Nnamdi Kanu in jail. He's there. We are seeing the proof of Deborah's killing. So where are the proof that the military is killing their own people if they are bandits? They are lies. Your federal government are the killers, they are kidnappers, and if they don't conduct a free and fair election, Nigerians are going to run over them next year. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Alex, I will have to support you on that, your statements, some of your statements. You know, the same government are the one that just released 80,000, pardon, rather, sorry. 81,000 Boko Harams.
And they are building houses for them.
No,
now, can you imagine that?
You know?
You mean from prison?
Can you imagine that?
Boko Haram that they said surrendered.
They surrender 81,000 Boko Haram.
Yes, a good man is in jail for fighting for his people.
Nigerian government built houses for them and said they brought them out of Chinese TV. They want to forgive them, and in fact, they've gave them wife and everything. We
people they want to use for the next elections.
Yes. So what are we talking about?
This stuff happened in Niger Delta. We keep forgetting. We did it in
Nigeria. It won't come with amnesty.
All right.
It did not happen in Niger Delta. Did Niger Delta kill anybody? Did Niger Delta kill anybody?
Niger Delta killed people. Oh my God.
They were kidnapping white men to Niger. I'm from Niger Delta.
No, we are the Niger Deltas, my brother. We are the Niger Delta. Let's not talk on a.
Niger, tell us, are you a Fulani man? Are you federal government? Sorry, I'm put to ask you.
How many villages the Niger Deltas?
Okay, everybody.
Niger, are you a Fulani man? Are you federal government?
Since you say it happened in Niger Delta, how many villages? How many villages? Not to talk about.
How many women did the militants rape? How many women?
Okay, hold on. Hold on, Mr. Peter Okunda, you please stay mute. Thank you. To Niger, this is a question to you from me, from Niger Watch. 81,000 Boko Haram, you know, begged for pardon, and Nigerian government gave them shelter, and every day they want to pardon them. What is your take on that?
I think that the reason why they are probably doing it is because they feel that those ones are repentant. They call them repentant Boko Haram. Personally, I don't subscribe to that. You know, I that is able to enforce the law. Everybody should be punished. The reason why everybody commits crime and they just keep getting forgiven is a precedent that we have been setting for ages now. This is not the first time people have sinned against the country and they keep getting away with it. Look at the Niger Delta one. They did it. They do it all the time. Every time anybody does something, they say, like, even if left for Nigerian government, they will negotiate with Shakao and reach peace deal with him. But they keep refusing. Shakao keep refusing until he's dead.
Okay.
Can I need 30 seconds to tell you something.
Hold on, Alex.
Are you aware, President Obasanjo? Okay. Are you aware to Nigeria that Obasanjo raided a whole village, OD, because they killed just 4 soldiers?
Okay, now to Niger, now the bottom line, your answer is you are against that 81,000 Boko Haram pardon.
I'm against it in the context that the Nigerian state is supposed to be able to enforce its laws, but this is not when it started. As you see, and are we saying that? Let me finish my comment before you jump into my mouth. Are we saying that Kanu has repented from his position? No, he hasn't repented from his position. There's a difference there. If Kanu said,
you just said that the military are killing this Boko Haram, how come we still have 81,000 repenting? But you just said the Nigerian military are killing them since. How come we still have 81,000?
All right, thank you. Two of you stay mute.
They have been killing each other.
To Nigeria, please stay mute. Thank you. You've answered my question. It's unfortunate that 81,000 is not 8,000, it's not 800. 81,000 Boko Haram are people, as we speak, they are inside Nigeria walking around.
Excuse me.
These people have killed and killed and killed. In fact, they killed for a living, but they have been pardoned.
So it's
Elvis, Mr. Elvis.
Are we talking about all men or women, children that we are talking about here?
And my brother, go ask the federal government. 81,000. We saw it on TV.
Who is talking? Somebody trying to say something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your attention to get permission to. I know it will be my turn soon, but I wanted to use time to just have a couple of minutes dialogue with Two Niger, if that's possible, please.
You have 1 minute for that, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Two Niger, I want to have a dialogue with you, so I'll make my questions very snappy. I would appreciate if you reciprocate and give me a quick answer as well. You are somebody, are you scientifically minded?
I like to think I'm facts-based, yes.
Fact-based, okay. You know that we don't have a census in Nigeria, correct?
Yes.
So
we do have a census, the last census that they provided for us, that's a fact.
What year was that?
I think 10 years ago or so.
All right. So the questions I'm going to be asking you will be based on that. You, as somebody who's scientifically minded, you believe that observational data is good enough for you, right? If you observe something,
it has to be supported by evidence too.
Yeah, but it's observational method scientific. If you
anecdotal is not necessarily scientific.
Not anecdotal. I'm talking about observation. If you look at somebody, you could say, okay, this is a man, and you look, oh, this is a woman, even though they change their sex or whatever. But basically, when you look at something, you could
for that single case, yes.
Okay. So now, first of all, let me look at your mathematical acumen then, because I noticed that you never give any answers that are vector quantity nature, something that has magnitude and direction. You're virtually scalar when you talk. What is the square root percentage-wise of 9/40?
Jesus Christ, why should I answer maths? That has nothing to do with what we are dealing with here.
So you cannot answer that, right?
No, I can't.
Okay, the answer is 22.5%. I can answer that. So I'm not going to take you anthropologically. In Nigeria, a lot of tribes come to Nigeria, okay? You have the Igbos, you have the Hausas, Ijos, Fulanis, Yorubas, right? Are you... All right. Let me just conclude by asking him that. Do you know, first of all, do you know the meaning of anthropology?
I have an idea.
What is it?
Something to do with historical and this thing, studies or something like that.
All right. Well, I think you get a pass on that. It's related to the story of humankind, but you have to know what the tribes, the people in Nigeria, why are they there? Where do they come from? And what is their mission? When we're talking, because you made a snide remark when I told you that there are a lot of Igbos.
Okay, Mr. Pansat,
yes.
You and Two Niger have captured this broadcast. It's okay. Thank you.
He's the one that is doing it. All of them are waffling. They saw Simon Ekpa targeting Peter Obi last Sunday, and none of them come out to condemn him.
And they are not talking about Simon Ekpa. I don't mention that name, so. No, we're not going to talk about that.
Condemn all crime. Don't select crime. Condemn all crime.
Condemning all crime. I'm condemning all of them. Left for me, I'm not going to tolerate any of them.
Okay, I give you 2 minutes.
Condemn the killing of Deborah. Blame your federal government for the useless insecurity. Condemn the borrowing of money without accountability. Condemn the loans. Condemn the poverty in the land. Condemn the massive killings, massacre at Lekki toll gate. Condemn the Kanu detention after the court discharged him. Condemn it.
300 girls were kidnapped.
Yeah, Chibok girls. Condemn that. And the same person want to be a vice president.
Condemn all of them.
Condemn it. So don't just condemn only the IPOB or the eastern or the southern area. Condemn what your federal government, the senators, call their name. BUHARI, call their name. Osinbajo, call their names. It's not only call their names. Call the wicked men's name. How they are borrowing money with your children's name, unaccounted for. Snakes and monkeys are swallowing money. Condemn it.
Thank you, my people. Thank you.
Condemn it.
Let's move on. Thank you.
Condemn it. Be general in your condemnation. I'm not against you.
Don't see how they are all waffling now. None of them have openly condemned somebody that is targeting their so-called principle.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I don't have that evidence.
The next person now is Shibuzo Adi. Maybe he will condemn him. Okay, let's hear from him. Shibuzo Adi, talk to us.
Me, I know they condemn anybody. I know they condemn anybody. Everybody have their opinion. But let me tell you, Mr. Namaja, what? That's a very good session there. You know, sometimes I love the way you handle the matter, and you said that that's why we are here, and we need to argue and agree and disagree.
Thank you,
but let me say something here. Nigerians never been divided as much as we see it today. And thank Buhari for making Nigerians divide the way they are today. And the good thing with the Nigerians, they are so smart, they now understand that this man has driven us to the ocean. So it's very good time we unite and push him to the ocean and return back to the shore. So, and very good thing, Nigeria has been united, never before. So this is a natural phenomenon that is happening right now in Nigeria today, which is a very good sign that we are going to have our country back. So Nigerian government is the so-called, what they call them, so-called corporate syndicates of crime happening in Nigeria. Because whatever that engineer Boko Haram is caused by the federal government. What caused Niger Delta to start rebellion? Caused by the Nigerian government. Because people are not finding things very easy. So they have to divide to any means to make sure that they find their level and the government can hear their voice. And truly, government have hearing their voice and using our money to purchase arms to kill those people who are crying for food, to kill those people who are crying for good governance. We thank Nigerian government to kill us because they have exhausted all their means of government. They got no option remaining rather than to kill those who are agitating. Just like my brother said, Deborah was killed in the north. Nobody condemned that. Atuku, who managed to tweet, because of small whistle, he ran away. He couldn't mention it anymore. So Nnamdi Kanu was released from the judicial system of so-called criminal gangs. And they deny him that opportunity to be free.
Your 2 minutes is up.
But we are united today. It's very good we argue, we misunderstand each other, but let me tell you, those who have Nigeria in mind, who want Nigeria to succeed, must not vote Atiku. That one I will guarantee you. Must not vote anybody from the north. They must root for Tito Obi. Tito Obi is the only man that can dismantle all their roadblocks. Only Tito Obi. Tinubu cannot do that because Tinubu will only answer
Thank you,
them,
sir. Thank you.
which you have seen the example today.
Thank you,
And they will tell him what to do. So only Tito Obi can go there and tell them that enough is enough.
Off your mic.
Those
Off
who
your mic.
who merit to be a leader, or
Mr.
those who
Shibuzo
merit
Adi.
to stand to remain in the office of administration,
Thank
those
you,
are the
thank
ones to be governed.
Thank you.
But without us uniting the way we are uniting today, and
Mr.
pushing
Shibuzo
for
Adi,
good
thank
Nigeria,
you.
for good governance.
Why are you laughing? They cannot be here.
Thank you.
He's
not hearing me.
local government election. They can evidence that now
He's
Nigeria
making good
people
points.
can win the
Give him a minute,
presidential
give him a
race.
minute.
And that is why they through their language,
Shibuzo
through
Adi,
their
thank
body
you, sir.
checking,
You are not
through the
hearing
way
me.
they
I have to
behave.
mute you now.
You can see that a lot have been changing in the
can't hear
Nigerian
you.
political landscape.
I know.
So we mustn't shake.
You round
We
up
have
now,
to make
guy.
a noise.
Thank you, round up, sir.
But in their heart, it's beating so fast that they know that the ground has been
Mr.
sliding.
Shibuzo Adi,
They
they
don't
take us
have
to go
any
where we
grip
don't know.
anymore.
So.
Things are going the way
Okay,
they don't like
Shibuzo Adi, now 10
And
minutes, you
those
don't take the
cabal,
talk. So
I believe that
thank
come
you.
next year, after the election, go to the borders of
Amen,
Nigeria,
amen,
go
amen,
to the airport
amen.
of
Thank you.
Nigeria, I don't want to mention. But
Thank
you
you
will judge for
now.
yourself.
Thank you. I have to mute you. I have to mute you right there. Thank you. All right. My people, I appreciate every one of you for your time. In fact, you know, this is the reason why I have to take the broadcast from Ima, because Ima won't have been able to handle all these Moso men. Because the one you set this place on fire just now. Eh? All right, Mr. Chubuzo, you don't talk finish now. Mr. Chubuzo.
Yeah, okay.
You are done now, right? Thank you. Okay. Okay, we need to move on. One thing you guys don't understand. Some people, I was also talking to somebody the other day saying that if Peter Obi become a president, he will be too calm, he will be too this, he will be too that. Listen, since I was born, all these governments, to the best of my knowledge, they don't put people in prison. They only take people they are against to prison. If they have hatred for you, if they become a president or a governor, they'll make life difficult for you. But constitutionally, they don't work like that. So for me, in case you don't know, Peter Obi is quiet. He's always saying, oh, Atiku is my elder brother. The other one is my junior brother. The other one is my elder uncle. The other one is the uncle senior to my uncle brother. Listen, guys, you guys must understand. Just pray for Peter Obi to become a president. Now, don't go see Peter Obi true color. Peter Obi is for the people, but it's not for these cabals. Let him become a president first. Just wait. Remember, what hindered Sowore tomorrow, and probably it might be forever if he did not change his way from becoming a president in Nigeria, is because Sowore have already told all these cabals what he will do to them. Someone like Alex now, if you want to become a president tomorrow, it will be difficult for him. You know why? People who say it how it is, people know they vote for them. Someone like me today, if I want to become a president today, because we say it how it is, it will be difficult. Even though the people are saying this is who we want, the cabas will press the button. Say lie, because this person, if he become a president today, all of us, we are finished. So Peter Obi is playing the music they want to hear. Mokuna let and win first. Una go know what I did. Una go remember me. Say Naija was talk this thing. From the very day our principal will be sworn in. Una see what Adeleke they do so. That one a small thing from Peter Obi. Thank you very much. Mr. Peter Okundaye, talk to us, sir. 2 minutes.
Thank you. God bless everyone. Hallelujah. Our brother to Naija. Before you say things happen in Niger Delta, you will put things in perspective. Remember Sariwiwa, what makes Sariwiwa to die is just because let my people have a better life. And Abacha leech havoc on him and destroy the land. If animal destroy your farm, will you leave that animal to exist? You will want to kill that animal. That is why the Niger Delta take revenge on it, that you are the one destroying our food, destroying our property. We will not allow it to continue before they came to beg. If we are really running the government the way it's supposed to be, if we have a really country called Nigeria, Niger Delta is supposed to be controlling their food. Not a man from Abuja or a man from Niger will now come and be telling Niger Delta what to eat from their own food. A man have pot, you cannot eat from the food he cook. It's very bad. So we should know all those things. But what I want to advise is that people should go and get their PVC, because ANEC is making it difficult for people. Now, why must you say it will come out on the 16th and finish on the 18th, and then we come out on the 19th and finish on the 30th? Please, let everyone, even if it is 1 week, they give us, please, let everyone to go and queue to have their PVC so that they will be able to vote Peter Obi, because the way ANEC are doing it now, they don't want people to collect their PVC, no, able to vote Peter Obi. Please, that is what I will beg everyone. Because if not, to say I hate Igbo or Igbo hate this one, everybody hate themselves in the country. Everybody are killing themselves in the country. It's not only the southeast or the south or the southwest or the north or the whatever. Killing is all over the country. But what I will beg, the federal government is the one killing everybody. That's what I will say. Thank you, because I don't want to take other people's chance.
Thank you so much. Just like the fire that engulfed in one of a very popular market in Edo State, Benin City, 3 days ago, the governor and his fake people came as blaming the past government. You just imagine
Just imagine what we are seeing from these people all the time. You know, Governor Obaseki and his people just came out from nowhere saying APC is the one doing those to us. Is the one. What are we saying? Throughout the fire, there was no single what is it called? Fire brigade there. They don't, the whole market don't burn finish before they say one fire brigade can come to even start time make water come out. They say water not there. So you are blaming the past government. This is the reason why I'm saying that all of them are satanic. Until I find the one we're not this satanic, then I'll change my tune. Let's move on. Mr. Pansard, you don't talk since now. Your 2 minutes. Please stick with your 2 minutes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. And we're all brothers here and we're talking. By the way, somebody mentioned Ken Saro-Wiwa. You know, the thing with us Igbos, you know, once I say I'm Igbo, everybody, the antennas come get up like that. But I tell you, somebody like Ken Saro-Wiwa reminds me of to Niger. We're trying to make Nigeria good, right? But you keep talking about the Fulani this, Fulani. Like I said earlier, Igbos have no problem with the Fulanis as far as tribe to tribe. Saro-Wiwa, the deal was made by Juku so that we can all have southern Nigeria. He stuck out like a thumb, like you, to Niger, to his people, the Fulanis. What happened? He was murdered with 4 others. After that, his people killed him. So do we come out and say, hey, we told you so? No, we don't. Somebody like the governor of Plateau, do we come out and say, hey, the Fulanis are taking your lands and killing you? We told you so? No. Or the Yorubas or every other major ethnic or minor ethnic group here. We don't do that, right? Because we're magnanimous. We're big. Get used to it. We're big. I talk about it all the time because you don't want to be mathematical. That's why I quoted that mathematics for you earlier. But let me say, this is not the time for that. We want to unite this forum. That's why I feel good here, because this is an Edo platform and I could talk. It's not my platform. You're not going to hate Niger Watch because of me, because it's not my platform. But if you want to hear the truth, I'll tell you the truth. So let's go. And P2B is not an Igbo project. I don't care if we all decide we don't want to elect P2B, then we all suffer it. That's all it is. If you elect P2B, Nigeria is going to be different. The Hausas are going to be different. They have a lot of resources there. Nigeria is going to be something that all of us are going to be proud of. It's a Nigerian thing. If it doesn't work, fine. But we're going to give it our best shot. To Niger, talk about your tribe. When you come on this platform, talk about you. How many people are in your tribe? You probably don't have up to 5,000 people in your tribe.
The question is, are you going to condemn Ekpa that is targeting? He's saying there's not going to be an election in the southeast. Are you going to condemn him?
To Nigeria from in the first place.
This is my time. Please, this is my time.
Hey, bros, we are not minority. Bros, for you to just say that, let me put it before you. Benin are not minority. It is because of the unity the Benin lack that make others look themselves majority than the Benin. Benin are not minority.
That's not only
hold on, please,
matter. I don't think he was
Mr.
referring
Tuniger,
to.
please. I mean,
He was not
Mr.
referring
Niger Watch,
to
let me have my time,
Okay.
please.
All right.
People,
Please
I'm
let him finish, please.
Yeah.
Let him
Let me.
finish.
There's a trick that people who
He's
are
not condemning Ekpa.
Hold on. When Ekpa called in, you were there. You heard me talk to Ekpa, right? You heard me talk to Ekpa. But let me finish before I say what I said to him. You heard me talk to Ekpa. You were there. So you can. I'm not one of those you're gonna say this. I was there. I called in and I spoke to Ekpa and you. But like I said, look, Niger Delta is not a tribe. If you have 1,000 people in Niger Delta, maybe 200 are Igbos. You have to speak for your tribe, not Niger Delta, not Beninese. So, but every time I raise the issue of the Igbos, you start talking about. I normally wouldn't raise it unless you do. The Igbos is not your mate. We're a big major tribe. In Igbo land itself, you have clans that are fighting one another. You have the Onisha people. First of all, my village is probably bigger than your tribe. To Niger.
You see how he's
Don't be saying that.
and
This is what
these are the same people that want to run the country. Look at how he's denigrating
Niger Watch,
are you seeing them now? Are you seeing these hypocrites? Are you seeing
Go to Enugu, go to Ezike. Let me tell you now, where you find Benin and Igbos, I'm going to mention to you. Go to Enugu, you go to Ezike, Ezike are Benin. Go to Abia, the Bendians are Benin. Go to
No, it's not Igbo versus Benin that we are doing here.
It should not be saying tribes. It should not be saying tribes. Let me just start to only
Pastor is Igbo versus two Nigeria now.
Mr. Pastor, you are diverting, please.
I am diverting. I'm just trying
to you put fire everywhere now. Mr. Pastor, take your fire back, please.
Mr. Pastor, your 2 minutes over. Thank you.
Oh my God! All right.
No, it's finished. You don't finish this. In fact, you don't use and finish in advance. Pharaoh.
Who is Pharaoh? Are we in Egypt?
Is it Pharaoh or Pharaoh? His name is Pharaoh the Great.
Mr. Naija Watch, I'm here. You don't call me anymore.
And make una know as soon as Tunaja come from Benin. Tunaja have to tell us where he's from exactly before.
No, please hold on, Mr. CBD, hold on. Okay, Mr. Pharaoh is not there. Okay, let's go. Brother Nice, talk to us. I think you don't go also.
But Brother Nice has talked since now.
He don't.
I'm here. I never
talk. 2 minutes. Stay talk, Brother Nice. Now you take talk to Alice.
But you don't go round again now. You don't go round
again.
No,
we don't
go. No.
Now we still there. Okay. Everybody don't talk finish now.
Okay, no problem.
You never finish. You remember one person after me.
Wait, Brother Nice, use 30 seconds to talk with you. You want to talk?
Yeah, I will use these 30 seconds to address Mr. Pansa. Mr. Pansa, there are some words you don't need to use. You understand? Try to avoid some things, not to cause some conflict on this platform, please.
Okay.
All those when you are talking that your tribe is bigger than other tribes, please avoid those things, Mr. Pansa.
Supported Mr. Nice.
Okay. Exactly. Right. You know, okay. Mr. Pansa, please, we don't need that here.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that, my brother, Mr. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You know, to be honest, our tribes or where we came from, when it comes to this platform, we all are one family. So, you know, concerning where you come from, you are my brother, you're my sister. That's what we're doing here. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much for your contributions. We are going to be back again today. Remember, England is playing with France today. So I'm contemplating, maybe I might come out before 7 or after then. We might do a late broadcast today. So I'm not too sure. Since we don't do enough for 3 hours something. So, but certainly, fingers crossed, we're going to be out this evening. So look out to us. If you are already subscribed to Naija Watch and you hit the notification bell, whenever we press the button to go live, obviously you're going to see that on your phone that we are live. Then you join us and let's talk about the things that's affecting us. But for today, remember, Saturday is a random broadcast. So I'm going to be out, but I'm not sure of the time that I will be out. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time today. Listen, on this platform, we don't hate anybody. We give time for everybody to talk. We argue, we oppose, we disagree, but it doesn't mean we hate anybody. You know, so to Naija, you are one of us. A lot of people disagree with you all the time. It doesn't mean anybody hates you here. Mr. Pansat, you are one of us. People disagree with you. It doesn't mean anybody hates you here. Brother Nice, the same thing. CBD, Collins, Alex, Chibuzo, Peter Okondaye, you know, Pharaoh, everybody, anybody that comes here, even me myself, I will disagree with you. But one thing we must understand is that we should always argue to learn, not to win. And God bless you now. Take care, my people, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.
Mama Jenny Morgan of Eka, Boni, Afaba Noki, Iroko and no picture. Ida Noki, Ida Morgan of Solomon Odija, Boni, Afaba Noki, Engineer Brighton, no, Solomon Odija, Shana Urovi Tiba Megane Baba, Boni Lavare, no more, Honorable Solomon Odija, Badi Rendori, Chairman of Latin Megane Baba, Bobby Brown, Yaro Yo, Boni Afama Megane Valley, and the Divino Kilo. And the Tibo was a